Well, hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Tonight, we are talking about the case of Jack and Lily Sullivan, who vanished from their Pictou County, Nova Scotia home on May 2nd, 2025, just over a year now. A lot has happened in that last year, and some things that we're going to talk about today that I don't recall hearing. And if I did, there's been so much in the last year that maybe we forgot about it. And we're going to see just how Daniel Martell and Malaya Brooks Murray, the stepfather and mother of Jack and Lily Sullivan's stories, have changed. What you are going to hear is going to put your mouth on the floor. At least it did mine. We're going to talk about that on the other side of this.
I've walked through storms in scars and grace, smile through pain with a painted face.
Dang it.
They call me too loud, too much, too strong, but honey, that's the reason I belong. Every scar's a scripture, every tear's a hymn. I found my worth where the light grew dim. They tried to break me, but here's a twist. I turn my pain into a clenched fist. I'm an unbreakable woman, born of fire and pearl. Shine like grace in a reckless world. You can test my faith, you can shake my plan, but I'll rise again. Just watch me whispered about and written off, judged by the gloss, not the cause. But God don't build weak hearts from gold. He made me fierce and he made me bold. I bend, I pray, I roar, I rise with mascara, tears and battle cries. Don't need your crown, I forge my own. From ashes, honey, I build my throne. I'm in a unbreakable storm, dressed in truth and pearls. The fire don't scare me, it lights my world. You can doubt my voice, but you'll hear my name. I'm holy and hood, and I'm done with shame. For everyone called too much, too loud, too real. You're not to anything. You're exactly what power looks like. I'm an unbreakable soul, through the fight and flame. My scars are stories, my strength, my faith. Faith in my heart, fire in my curls, forever divine. Clutch them pearls.
Let's get a little hood now. You ready? Let's go. Oops, wrong gun. Thank you so much.
Better tighten them pearls, nothing cold facts. Get the truth for the world, no smoke, no fluff. Just the real that we trust. Hold on to your seat, cause I'm coming in clutch.
And do, and have. How you doing?
Getting clutch. Better tighten them pearls, rough with cold facts. Got the truth for the world, no smoke, no fluff. Just the real that we trust. Hold on to your seat, cause I'm coming in clutch.
Love you, Miss Dad.
Coming in clutch.
I don't know.
trust. Hold on to your seat, cause I'm coming in clutch. Coming in clutch.
Copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. If you have a complaint about something and find your content is being used incorrectly, infringement was not done on purpose and will be rectified to all parties' satisfaction. Well, hello, everyone. Good to see you all. Thank you all so much for joining me. Really do appreciate your time. You could have chosen to be anywhere on YouTube. You have a lot of options, anywhere on the internet, anywhere in the world, and you chose to be right here. And your time is very valuable, and I do appreciate you spending some time with me. Today is May 23rd, 2026. It is currently 9:22 p.m. on the East Coast of the United States. Hello, everyone. Good to see you all. Tonight, we're talking about the case of Jack and Lily Sullivan, ages 4 and 6 years old, who vanished from their Pictou County, Nova Scotia home on May 2nd, 2025. Since then, there has been no sighting of where Jack and Lily is, even though my opinion is his mother and stepfather, actually the mom's boyfriend, knows exactly where they are. That's just an opinion. Everyone is innocent unless and until proven guilty in a court of law. Currently, the stepfather, Daniel Martell, is facing 2 counts or 1 count of confinement, forcible confinement, 1 count of assault, and 1 count of SA that he will be appearing in court in July. And you can bet your assets we will be there to cover it. A lot to talk about tonight. I was going over our friend Hunter S. True Crime, did a video a couple days ago, and Hunter, love Hunter, and I'm so thrilled to see Hunter's channel growing and views are just skyrocketing because he does such an amazing job with putting it all together. Just amazing how he does it. I really appreciate his mind. And make sure you sub up to Hunter S. True Crime, guys. Link is provided in the description. He covers Jack and Lily Sullivan and a lot of other cases, current and in the past. And he kind of gets news coverage from everywhere and puts it together. And some things that are really hard to find, he finds it, takes time and finds it. So a lot to cover tonight. I was listening to his video today, and it is just, I was actually making lunch when I was listening to it in the kitchen today, and I'm just standing there over the pasta like, oh my God, Daniel did say that. Oh, I don't remember hearing that. Oh, boy, that's really changed. And you're going to hear it in just a moment. But guys, before we get started, if you would be so kind and please do me a big favor and hit that thumbs up button, would greatly appreciate that. Also, if you would consider sharing this live stream out, hit the share button, copy that link, drop it in any of your favorite social media. Jack and Lily's case is over a year old, and therefore it doesn't get the attention that it normally would. And there are people that still don't know where who Jack and Lily are, Canadians, people in the United States, across the world. And we need you to share these videos out. It is a free way that you can share these faces to everybody on your social media in just 2 or 3 clicks. So Really appreciate that. Also, if you would consider hyping this video, you get 3 hypes a week here on YouTube. If you don't use it, you lose it. And you have to do it on a mobile device, your phone, a tablet, something like that. So, all the above. So, thank you guys. Daphne, very kind of you. Really appreciate you. Much love to you. I enjoy the content and your engagement. Thank you, Miss Daphne. Appreciate you very much. Guys, Daphne is going to be live tomorrow, and I'm going to join her on a panel on her channel. So make sure you guys join us over at Daphne's case. Is it case files or crime files? I always forget if it's case files or crime files. Is it case? It's Daphne's. Hold on. Now I'm embarrassed. Sorry, Dav. I can't remember if it's case or crime. I got the memory of a goldfish. It's Daphne's case files. Yeah. Okay. Case files. Daphne's case files. Mods, if you guys would please drop Daphne's link in the chat there. So you guys, if you're not subbed up to Daphne, sub up to Daphne. And I don't know who else is going to be on there tomorrow. There's going to be another creator. Again, I'm embarrassed. I apologize. But join us over there, please. Appreciate it. On that. So, yeah, we're going to be we'll have a very good live over there tomorrow. So thank you so much. Maggie May, how you doing, girl? Appreciate you. Thank you very much, Miss Maggie May. Good to see you. How you doing? Thank you so much for your support, Miss Maggie May. Good to see you. Miss Trishy, how you doing, babe? Good to see you. That intro got me pumped up. Thanks for all. Thank you so much, Miss Trishy. Appreciate you very much. Good to see you. I was, I think Daphne and I, we were just over at Ninchi's just a minute ago. She's just a gym in this community, Jack and Lily, and other cases as well. Robert, thank you so much, my friend. Appreciate you very much. Thank you for gifting a pie necklace. Good to see you, Robert. If you received that, make sure you please thank our friend Robert there. Hey, Gypsy, good to see you. Miss, of course, Dav, Tanya, Amber, Pam, Ratui. Thank you so much, Ratui, for last night. I appreciate you. Rochelle, good to see you. Joanne Jackson, good to see you, love. Miss Tina, Pam, Kimberly, and Miss Shannon. How you doing, babe? Good to see you. Hopefully you're feeling better, my love. Y'all keep Shannon in your prayers. She's got the fight of her life right now, but she's going to be just fine. We know it. We claim it. Adele, thank you so much. Good to see you, my friend. Appreciate you. Miss Sherry Lynn, good to see you, honey. And we got Suzanne. Good to see you, hon. Thank you for being on during this long weekend. Yes, Monday, we're off. Praise the Lord. Lovey's house. Good to see you, my friend. Who else do we got up in here? Miss Tina, YouTuber. Thank you so much. Good to see you. There's Deb. How you doing, girl? Miss Tanya. Pam, hello. All good. It was a pleasure. Thank you, hon. Tropicana. How you doing, babe? So good to see you. 7 months. Thank you so much for your continued support, Tropicana. We really much appreciate that very much. So good to see you. Miss Laurie, how you doing, girl? Good to see you, babe. Lovey's house. Miss Susan, Shy. Adele. Good to see you, baby. Baby Monkey. Andrea, hello. Patriot. DM Dodge Journey was stuck in the mud somewhere. He walked 2.5 hours or so to get it pulled. Then it went to the wrecker and was crushed in August. Mm-hmm. Yep. There's the RCMP knows. RCMP knows, I'm pretty sure. Little Black Bear, good to see you, my dear. Wendy. And Daniel knows. RCMP knows. He thinks he's clever. He's not a bit. And what Hunter geniusly put together. We're not going to get to all of it, that is for sure. So make sure you guys go over there and finish the rest of it or whatever, because some of them, but I don't even know if I've heard it or I haven't, because there's been so much buffoonery with Daniel and Malaya and people around them. Again, some people support, very few, but some people support Daniel, maybe like 3 people, 4. I'm just kidding. And then some people support Malaya. I don't support either one of them because they were both together that morning. They both had very similar stories. They were both in bed together, and they both have very easily, we've proven, have lied. So there's that. Hey, Nova's Inquest. Good to see you, darling. Thank you for your sincere. Thank you so much, Dad. Oh, and your therapy through laughter. I'll catch you in depth tomorrow night. Thank you, Nova. Appreciate you. Guys, make sure you drop, if you guys would drop Nova's Inquest. Nova's going to be with us tomorrow. Nova's going to be with us tomorrow. Okay. Nova, if you follow the Jack and Lily case and you have not followed Nova's Inquest, follow her. She's local to Pictou County, and she's just I think she's a little sunflower in this community. I mean, she really is. I just consider her like just this little sunflower in the community, and she keeps it real. She's very authentic, and you'll really appreciate her on this case because she doesn't make excuses for the parents either, to be quite honest with you. Because there's no excuse for the way Daniel has lied and Malaya has essentially done nothing. So I don't want to speak for her. I'm not trying to speak for her or anything, but you will really enjoy her. Thank you so much, Dad, for dropping that. I appreciate you. Yeah, she is. She's a ray of sunshine. Yeah, she really is. I think of her as like a little sunflower. She's so cute. How can you excuse the parents? You can't, Lored. You can't. You can't. Now, we've. I don't care if I get shit for this. I don't care. I'm going to show it. I put a couple videos today in the members only, and they're about, I don't know, maybe 8 seconds each. So Daphne and I talk every day, and earlier Remy was just being a buffoon, not a baboon, a buffoon, my monkey, and I was trying to change her diaper. She got away from me and she jumped up on the curtains back there, and I'm recording her, and I'm like, Remy, get down. And then all of a sudden she just jumps right on me, and I go, I like that. And I sent it to Daphne, and we just laugh all day long, on and off. And she sent me this picture of a birdhouse, and it's just this little clip. And anyway, I sent it back to her, and I edited it with this little funny voice thingy and just some silliness. And then I added a couple things. So for your viewing pleasure.
Marvin, you better not shit where you eat, honey. Get out of here. What the fuck?
Oh my God. Oh. I'm going to play that one more time because there's one more I got to show you. It's very similar, but it's a little different.
Marvin, you better not shit where you eat, honey. Get out of here. What the fuck?
I don't know if I said, Robert, you better not shit where you eat, honey. What the fuck? After he pooped. And these are the kind of things, my maturity level is not very high. So we have one more. I'm loading it right now for your viewing pleasure.
Marvin, you better not shit where you eat, honey. Get out of here. What the fuck?
Okay. One more time.
Marvin, you better not shit where you eat, honey. Get out of here. What the fuck?
Oh my God. I gotta see it one more time. Hold on.
Marvin, you better not shit where you eat, honey. Get out of here. What the fuck?
I said Marvin. That's what it was. I said Robin a second. I said, Marvin, you better not shit where you eat. I cleaned the house all day, Marv. And I just got the kids here, just fed them. You better not shit in this house. Okay. Okay. I quit. Okay, I quit. I'm so mature. Robin, thank you so much, honey. Appreciate you very much. We had a block party yard sale today. I sold lots of junk. LOL. Love you, Justin. Justice for Jack and Lily. You go, girl. Good for you. Clearing all that stuff out. I need to have like a yard sale or something. Yeah, I agree. Clear it all out. Get rid of it all. Thank you so much, Miss Robin. Good to see you, my dear. Appreciate you very much. For members, I've got that under members only because, it's a little disrespectful, I guess you could say, right? Hey, Christina. Good to see you. 22 months. Can you please do me a solid and show me the chicken screaming Daniel, please? And thank you. Of course. Absolutely. I can do that for you. Oh my God, we should have put Timu on that bucket. The Washa Spinna bucket. That's the Washa Spinna bucket, is what that is. Oh my God. We got to laugh a little because we have to. It gets too depressing if we don't. So, guys, again, please make sure you sub up to Hunter S. True Crime. And I think all the creators in here that know Hunter, I think everyone does. He does such an amazing job. The way he can remember this, and then he'll remember this other interview, and he'll just pop them right together, and it's just like chef's kiss. And I'm so glad to see his channel growing because he's very, very deserving of that, in my opinion, and all that. So Hunter is awesome, very awesome person. All right, spin the wheel. Will a bucket. Oh my God, it's the little things in life. It's the little things in life.
A little boy and girl are missing in a wooded area in Pictou County. A search is underway right now for the two, last seen this morning.
Thoughts?
4-year-old Jack Sullivan and 6-year-old Lilly Sullivan were reported missing around 10 this morning. That search is taking place on Gairloch Road in Lansdowne Station, which is just southwest of New Glasgow. Dozens of people are involved with that search. It's believed they left a home on the Gairloch Road. A search began
First of all, let me just go back here. Look at all of that. And these two little legs that they have each got how far in maximum of 10 minutes, right? No way. Now, one of the things that we're getting ready to hear up here is Daniel. And when I heard this, I just like, damn, I don't remember. He's changed his lies so much. Again, why does anyone lie on a 4 and a 6-year-old? But here we go.
Believe they left a home on the Gairloch Road. A search began shortly after. Multiple agencies are trying to find the two children. That includes 2 helicopters. Ground search and rescue are also combing the area on foot, and police dogs are on the scene.
Yeah, Daniel saying he runs faster than the helicopters. I need to make a AI video of Daniel running right through here because he's faster than the helicopters because he's super math man, right? Super math man, Daniel.
Rescue are also combing the area on foot, and police dogs are on the scene. RCMP issued a vulnerable missing persons alert, but they say there is no evidence of an abduction, so there has been no Amber.
Look at there, May 2nd, 2025, 12:43 p.m. That went out pretty quickly, right? One thing, I will, even though I think the RCMP made some very big mistakes in the beginning, like not taking their phones and among other things, and blanket and all of that. And in the beginning, they were there quickly. They were there very quickly. And the drones were up within 10 minutes. And this vulnerable person was out within just a couple hours, which is very quick for the alert to go out. Very, very quick.
Alert issued.
They didn't mess around with that.
This is a rural, densely wooded area, and so far search conditions have been good. There was a brief shower early this afternoon. There is a sense of urgency here.
6-year-old Lilly and 4-year-old Jack Sullivan.
He's got a lot of footage here that I've not seen. This footage of Malaya right here. Maybe a lot of you have, right? Maybe a lot of you have, but just look at the difference in their yard now, right? They really cleaned up the place after Jack and Lily vanished, right? It doesn't look anything like that now.
Loved playing on the slide in their backyard. Now their mother, Malaya Brooks Murray, can barely look at it.
I'm just staying as hopeful as possible. I want them home. I want to hold them. And I want them home. What happened was we woke up, I heard them playing in the next room beside us, and I was drifting in and out of sleep. And they're not the type of kids that we tell them not to go outside on their own. We always make sure that we're out there with them. And they happen to just get out that sliding door, and we can't hear it when it opens.
Hold on, I want to check something.
And tell them not to go outside on their own. We always make sure.
Okay. I was just seeing what vehicles was there. I've got this. Okay.
Sure that we're out there with them. And they happen to just get out that sliding door, and we can't hear it when it opens. And they were outside playing, but we weren't aware of it at the time. And the next thing we knew,
now, okay. If you have, it's fake. Yeah, I agree. It's fake. They know where Jack and Lily is, in my opinion, as well. If you had a silent door and you had, I don't know, 3 kids in the house under 6 years of age, wouldn't you at the very least put a damn bell on the door? I mean, when my kids were little, I had more locks on the door than probably most prisons did at the time. I had a lock. I had, those chains, and I put it up very high. I had it installed, put it up very high. We had the door covered, like the doorknob cover, that you covered that. But underneath that, I had this little thing that went around the door. It was like this little wire thingy that went around the door. And then it had this little box. And if that popped off, that thing, which they're hard to get off, it covers the doorknob. If they touched the door, the alarm would go off. If they touched the doorknob, right, it would go off. So if you have 3 under the age of 6, come on now. Come on. You can do something.
It was quiet, and we get up, and I tell him, my partner, Daniel.
Listen.
I tell him, do you hear the kids? And he says, no.
Malaya says, do you hear the kids, Daniel? Daniel now says, I said, Malaya, do you hear the kids? She said no. And then we both, well, he actually said in DT's channel, he said, we just kind of both woke up at the same time. And I said, did you hear the kids? And she says, no. And we both just jump up and we start looking for the kids. I don't know why both people would jump up. Why would both people just jump up and start looking like they were already missing? I don't know about you, but like, if mine, your partner, your husband, your boyfriend, whoever, your wife, your girlfriend is in bed and you don't hear the kids, you're like, hey, if you don't, say their name, Jack, Lily, they don't answer. You're like, hey, get up and look for the kids, or you get up and look for the kids, one or the other. You don't both just jump up and start frantically, because they're not those people. That is not the way human behavior works.
Yeah, Lily came into the room multiple times.
Right here.
I mean, me and Malaya and the baby were just in the bedroom.
Okay, listen to this. My jaw fell on the floor. My jaw fell on the floor hearing this. I had forgotten just how much he has rearranged his lies over the year.
And he says, no.
Yeah, Lily came into the room multiple times. I mean, me and Malaya and the baby were just in the bedroom. And Lily came in multiple times, so I seen her that morning. And
first of all, in my opinion, you can tell he's lying. He has to stop and then go and then stop, and then he's also stuttering over. He's not very comfortable with what he's saying at this time. He's not as used to the lie yet. He's not as comfortable with the lie yet. But here he says, and Lily came in multiple times. So, well, again, we look at the RCMP documents. What does it say? It first says, Malaya says Lily came in and she saw Lily in the bedroom. Now, Daniel here is saying Malaya was asleep. He was awake. And Lily came in a couple times. I seen her that morning. Right? I don't buy it. Darcy, thank you so much, love. Appreciate you. Thank you very, very much for your support. So good to see you. And thank you as well for being a member here on the Pearl family. Really appreciate you, Darcy. Good to see you. Thank you so much. I believe Thursday the children went missing. Absolutely. Between 8 and midnight. I wonder how comfortable Daniel is about his defense. Like, again, unrelated to Jack and Lily, but his SA charges that are upcoming, his forcible confinement charges that are upcoming, and his assault charges that are upcoming. I wonder how comfortable he is. He's recently started speaking again.
Jack was out playing in the kitchen, I'm guessing, and they slid open the back sliding door.
Okay, listen to this. I am so thankful to you, Hunter. So thankful. I only knew this fucking existed on paper. I never had this interview with audio. Never had it. And listen to this. I have read it to you guys and I told you, Daniel, I said, this is fucking quoted Daniel, even though you denied it. Listen to this, what Daniel says. I'm going to slow it down a little bit. I'm just so glad he's got this. You got to listen to this.
I'm guessing, and they split open. So, I seen her that morning, and Jack was out playing in the kitchen. I'm guessing, and
Jack was out playing in the kitchen. I'm guessing. What do you mean you're guessing? What do you mean you're guessing, you buffoon? You said now you're saying you heard him and he was making noise, but nothing was taken or disturbed. And then you said a coat was missing and someone had to put a coat on Jack and Lily. Or sorry, not Lily. I take that back. Jack. And then you said you found it. And then you said it was missing again. And now I don't even know if you say you found it or not, because you just lie so much, Daniel. But listen to this. Listen to these next words.
split open the back sliding door.
And they slid open, and I'm guessing, they slid open, hold on.
I'm guessing, and they slid open the back sliding door.
And they slid open the back sliding door.
It's almost like silent to hear it slide open.
It's almost like silent to hear slide open.
So they slid it open. The boots were right beside the door. And just proceed to, I'm guessing,
right beside the door. And these closed captions are wrong here, but and they went out beside the door. Their boots were beside the door, and they proceeded to, I'm guessing, well, obviously, but why are you're guessing? Lots of guessing there.
play outside, and
then about 20 minutes passed.
Open. So they slid it open. The boots were right beside the door. And just proceed to, I'm guessing, play outside,
and then about 20 minutes passed, and then when I woke up, Malaya was right beside me. She was still asleep. And I said, I don't hear...
Malaya was still asleep? Malaya was still asleep because Malaya said you were asleep.
Lilly and Jack. So I jumped straight up out of bed. Silence is never a good thing when you have kids.
But you guys said that you both jumped up out of bed.
Because they're getting into something. And then we noticed the boots were gone. We went outside, made our way into the backyard. We didn't see them anywhere. And Malaya said, should I call 911? And I said, well, just wait 1 second.
Oh.
I ran up in the...
Okay. All righty here. So Daniel says, Malaya says, should I call 911? And Daniel says, but wait 1 second. Now, again, just up until Daniel's last interview, last couple weeks, and I've got text messages I've shown you of him saying this, where he's criticizing Malaya, saying, well, obviously, we should call 911. These are your kids. Well, here you told her, well, just wait a second, Daniel. Yes. Yes, Magdalena. Oh, he said it all. Daniel has said it all. He has said it all. There is, if there's 2 cases that I have ever covered, well, 3 cases in my opinion, but really just 2 flat out cases that it is so obvious, is Jack and Lily and Summer Wells and Sebastian Rogers, in my opinion. 4 and 6, Jack and Lily. Summerwell's 5. Come on now. Hey, the Looking Glass. How you doing, darling? Thank you so much for 19 months. That is such amazing. Thank you so much, love. How you doing? Hi, Pearls. Thank you so much for your continued support, the Looking Glass. I really do appreciate that. I truly can't do it without you. So thank you for 19 continuous months. Really appreciate that. Good to see you, love. I still think they used the 2 totes to conceal and move them. Very possible. Very possible.
The woods to the kids, they have cabins up in the woods. It's about, I don't know, 100 feet up in the woods. Ran up there, ran right back down, so which only took me like 30 seconds. And
listen,
I was screaming for Lilly and Jack.
Listen.
You know, all the way out when I was running up to the cabins. And my mother heard me, so she came out and said, you know, what's going on?
No, nay, Daniel. She did not hear you. She did not hear you. She heard you yelling for Jack and Lily, and she just thought that you were yelling for Jack and Lily because they might have been getting in the chicken coop or something. Right? And then she just kind of dozed back off, your mommy says. She just kind of dozed back off. And then, 10 minutes later, she just, randomly gets up and just moseys on out, and she just sees Malaya there standing in the driveway with Meadow on her hip and says, Malaya, what's up? Malaya says, the kids are missing. Janie says, how long? Malaya says 20 minutes, even though Janie should have said, what do you mean the kids are missing? I just heard them 10 minutes ago outside playing on the swing. How can they be missing? That's what someone in real life would have said. What do you mean they're missing? I just heard them 10 minutes ago on the swing. Remember, Janie says she heard them on the swing playing, and since she heard them on the swing playing, she thought that they were getting into something, and that's why a few minutes later she heard Daniel yelling but didn't think nothing of it. Come on now. Obvious.
And I said, Lily and Jack are missing.
Hold on.
And
let's listen to that again.
My mother heard me, so she came out and said, what's going on? And I said, Lily and Jack are missing.
You said Lily and Jack are missing? But now the story is Malaya said that to Janie. My, how the story has changed. How the story has changed, hasn't it? It's amazing to go back and listen to your own lying words, Daniel. How obvious it is that you, sir, help me, Lord, are lying on these 2 babies right here. These 2 innocent, sweet babies that should be, in bed right now, getting ready to enjoy their weekend, getting ready to have a good summer. Your ass is lying on them. How dare you? How dare you lie on a 4 and a 6-year-old because you and your woman at the time, the mother of these children, don't want to get in trouble. How dare you? They're out there just laying somewhere in the damn woods where they can't even be laid to rest. You are truly the worst of humanity, in my opinion.
They must have just got out to the back fence, and then they were gone. As soon as I seen that they were gone, I immediately jumped in the car, did all the dirt roads, did all the culverts, checked over the rivers.
Hold on, he's going to screw up here in just a minute again.
They must have just got out to the back fence, and then they were gone. As soon as I seen that they were gone, I immediately jumped in the car, did all the dirt roads, did all the culverts, checked over the rivers.
Well, right there, he says, I immediately jumped in the car, which I'm going to give, the buffoon the credit here. A car can be a very generic term, for an SUV. But Daniel slipped. He slipped, and I caught it, because he says, I went to get in the blue or the black. And I believe it was the blue. What was it, Daniel? Chrysler or Dodge? Which one was it? The blue Chrysler or Dodge? The one that you had crushed, Daniel? That one? That one? Which one was it? Help me out, chat. I gotta take a blood pressure medicine, I'm telling you, because he infuriates the fuck out of me. I immediately jumped in the car. Now he says the 2017 white Nissan Pathfinder. Why does he say that now? Well, because he's a lying ass mofo. That's why. And after we caught him on that, he changed instead of saying the car. Now he says the white 2017 Nissan Pathfinder every time, because he's trained himself to do that. Your blue car that you had crushed, Daniel, that you walked, you got stuck in the woods, had that thing crushed. That one, Daniel. You don't think the RCMP don't know? You infuriate the shit out of me. I get a little emotional with this one, guys. I apologize for my mouth. Did all the dirt roads, he says. Oh, you did. You certainly did. You certainly did. Didn't you, Daniel? Mm-hmm. Did all the culverts. Mm-hmm. You sure did. Yeah. Just not when you said you did them. You did it the night before. Checked all the rivers and the streams. I did everything. Thank you, old garden gal. Appreciate you, my dear. Thank you so much for your support. Appreciate you, love. If you received that, please thank our dear old garden gal for gifting that pearl necklace. Thank you so much, love. Really appreciate you. Brandy One, thank you, love. Good to see you. Thank you for your caring. Oh, thank you, Brandy. Good to see you, darling. Really appreciate you. Much love to you, Miss Brandy. Thank you, babe. There's a video of him in front of a blue car. Oh, yeah. Yeah. Again, Daniel wasn't so good. He's really not good at lying at all. He thinks he is. That's the most amusing part to me, that Daniel thinks he's so clever. He does. I've got the messages where he actually thinks that he's real clever. He's not. He's not. He might be for some, maybe a few out there. Hey, Miss Joyous. Good to see you, love. I'm going to apologize for my mouth now, Miss Joyous, because it's hot tonight. Because, again, Hunter S. True Crime just did an amazing job on this and put it all together. And I thank him tremendously, because that one clip back there, and you're going to see more here, I Could not find that one clip. Looked everywhere. I could only find it in text. And I've always shared that one quote that Daniel was talking about, where he's like, I'm guessing they went out and they did this, they did that. Well, Daniel, I told you were quoted on that, didn't I? They're not going to say that unless they have you on audio or video, right? Come on now. Okay. I'm going to start again here in a minute because he's getting ready to say something here. Help me, Lord.
The streams, I did everything. I did. Anywhere the vehicle could take me, I did.
Yeah.
And then as soon as I got back home, like 10 minutes later, I immediately went out and fought. So
you did? You went out on foot 10 minutes later? I did all around the house, the four-wheeler, the ATV. I did as much as I could on the first day and the second day. You wasn't around very much then, were you, Daniel? And then he got home, and then about 10 minutes later, he immediately went out on foot. Hey, Mohawk, green ass. Boy. Liar, liar, pants on fire. That's an understatement. What's up, babe? Good to see you. Usually, liars they'll lie, but they'll, if you ask them inconsistency, they'll put a but on that. I did that because, or but this happened. Daniel, I call him a reptile. He's like a reptilian. Whatever is in front of him, he's just going to satisfy you for that interview, not knowing or not caring, essentially, what he said the past year. Saying, you've said something completely opposite, Daniel. That can't be. Very reptilian-like brain. Listen to that again.
I did everything. I did. Anywhere the vehicle could take me, I did.
Anywhere the vehicle could take me. Yeah, it took you. Yeah, and then it didn't take you anymore, did it, Daniel? That old thing didn't run very good anyways, did it, Daniel? Why don't you just come on up here, Daniel? I know you're watching. You coward ass. Anywhere the vehicle could take me, I did. But listen to this.
As soon as I got back home, like 10 minutes later, I immediately went out and fought.
So he did all of these streams, all of these rivers, all of these culverts, anywhere the vehicle could take him in like 10 minutes later. And then he gets back home and he immediately goes out on foot. But then he also says in other interviews that he searched 20 or 30 acres on an ATV. I called him out on that. He also says in some interviews that the RCMP was there by the time he got back to the house. He also says that the RCMP had just gotten there when he was pulling in. So he pulled down next to the bog, and he gets out of the now 2017 white Nissan Pathfinder. And as soon as he gets out, RCMP locked eyes with him and said, Daniel, don't go in the woods. That's amazing, because how did they know your name? Number one. Number two, how did they know you were in the woods? And number three, Why are they locking eyes with you when they're down at the house and you're over next to the bog? You lying sack of garbage. Summers Army, thank you so much, honey. I appreciate you very, very much. Thank you, my love. Good to see you. Appreciate you very much, Summers Army. You're an OG. How you doing, babe? How you feeling? Thank you so much. Okay, I'm gonna let this play for 30 seconds.
So the officers got here.
And we get up instantly. We're looking outside. We're looking everywhere, yelling for them. And I instantly just call 911. I just had the instinct I needed to call.
What were the conditions like in the woods when you were running?
The conditions are thick. My cousin said that she talked to some searchers, and they said they've been over 500 different searches, and this is one of the hardest ones I've ever seen.
What makes it so difficult? Is it the thick woods, or what is it?
Very thick woods, the terrain, elevation throughout the terrain.
Okay.
It didn't matter to me though. I was going up through water up to my waist, and the helicopters were just sitting there watching me, hovering above me.
So all three adults that were on the property at the time the children disappeared have the same story. Malaya has said virtually the exact same thing Daniel has said. And Daniel's mother, Janie McKenzie, also told police she heard the children playing in the yard that morning.
Both really go-lucky children. They're so sweet. They talk to anyone.
Okay. I caught some things there. I just had to go take my blood pressure pill because I was seeing rings around my eyes. You piece of garbage. There is no one in this planet that is worse than someone who not only lies on children, but hurts children and then lies about it. So, if you'll notice, Malaya said right there, so I immediately called 911. It's just instinct. She didn't say she asked Daniel whether she should call 911. Now, listen to this.
I was going up through water up to my waist, and the helicopters were just sitting there watching me.
Daniel was just, going up the water in his waist. The helicopters was just watching him. He was being super Martell, right? Super Martell. I mean, who can run faster than a helicopter? And there, Daniel is so arrogant to think that the helicopter's just sitting over him, looking at him. They're just there and they're looking at me, hovering over me. You buffoon, they're looking for Jack and Lily. Now, you think that you're that special and that clever, Daniel. You're not. Yeah, exactly, Sharon. You're taking the words out of my mouth, girl. Yeah, just like he thinks, and again, this is not me being funny or anything. This is Daniel saying that the sky is full of drones at night around his house. Sometimes, most nights, 50 at a time. There is 4 specifically that are from the RCMP, north, east, south, and west, all 4 directions around his home. They blink red, white, and blue. And Janie thinks there's drones as well. Jack and Lily, I am so sorry.
Above me.
So all 3 adults that were on the property at the time the children disappeared have the same story. Malaya has said virtually the exact same thing Daniel has said. And Daniel's mother, Janie McKenzie, also told police she heard the children playing in the yard that morning.
Both really go-lucky children. They're so sweet. They talk to anyone. They'll talk your ear off. They will speak to anyone in a store. Everyone. They're just extremely sweet kids. I appreciate the huge search effort going on right now. But we've been pushing for an Amber Alert, which hasn't been issued. Not just that they could possibly be abducted, which it is a possibility that they could have been, but just an alert to let everyone know that they are missing.
This is not a mother who is, these are people that is worried about their story. That's all they're worried about right here, is their story, right? Which it is a possibility. It is a possibility that they could have been abducted, right? Right? Like, who says that? It is a possibility. Go to hell, Malaya. Go straight to hell. Don't collect $200. Go straight to hell.
We had people text me saying that they weren't aware, someone else let them know that they were missing, and it would just be nice if everyone could be alerted. We thought maybe that we found tracks, but
there was an alert. There was an alert that went out at 12:23, you buffoon. There's 150 people in Pictou County, and half of them are Daniel's family. You idiot.
it's still uncertain. It's been raining and they're probably soaking wet, but with the sun today, I'm hopeful that
they're probably soaking wet, and today I'm hopeful that they've been they're dry. The sun dried them out, right? Well, ask Daniel where he put them. How about that? Why don't you just get some balls, Malaya, and say the truth? Salt Springs Elementary, God bless you. Because after Malaya moved in with this buffoon, this hellhole that Jack and Lily was in, that's really the only sense of 7-8 hours a day that they actually got a meal, and actually someone gave a damn about them. Malaya, you never even met the teachers. How do you not fucking meet your 4 and 6 year olds teachers? How do you not meet them? At the very minimum, meet them. I was at every function for my kids. Every function. I was in that classroom when they were little. I was bringing cupcakes. I was bringing pizza. I was doing all the things. Trips, all that. You can't even go meet a 4 and a 6 year old's teacher?
Feeling warm. We're all filled with pain and sorrow because
yeah. Jack and Lily were filled with pain and sorrow about living there.
We just want them found. We want them home.
Listen
Everyone
to
loves
this, what
them.
she says.
They are definitely verbal, and they do have possible autism, but it's not extreme autism. It's just they have issues with school, and they don't catch up with the other kids. I just want to remain hopeful. But there's always in a mother.
Sam, and this is the thing. If Jack and Lily did wonder, I couldn't blame them. I literally could not blame them. Anyone who knew what was going on and didn't report what Jack and Lily was going through, seeing the bruises all the time, like Daniel says that they got, the black eyes, I'd run away too. Thank you, Just Lucky. Thank you, Justin. You're one of the few that also blames Malia, not just Daniel. It's both their faults. Thank you, Just Ducky, not Just Lucky. Thank you, Just Ducky. I appreciate you. Listen, I mean, you know, I think there are things that happened to Malaya that should not have happened to Malaya. I will say that, right? But Malaya kept the same story as Daniel. And even after she left, she kept the same story as Daniel. And that's not okay. That's not okay. Donosaurus, thank you for the 450 jewels, my dear. Appreciate you very, very much. Thank you so much, honey. I appreciate you very much. If I didn't get to your jewels just in the last little bit, I will get to them, I promise you, at the end of the live. Justin, you are on point tonight. Thank you. Thank you so much, my dear. Appreciate you, Brookie. Oh, you got a little Papillon. They're so cute. Little butterfly ears. Papillons are amazing dogs. They're very cat-like. Thank you so much, honey. Appreciate you. Yeah, I listened to this while I was making lunch today. And I was just like, my mind was just spinning. Thank you so much.
Mind, you're always thinking the worst. Last night was one of the worst nights because I didn't have them in their beds. And I don't want to go through that another night without them. I miss them.
Police say the search will continue until officers and crews are instructed otherwise.
We are going to keep searching. That's our job right now, and we're going to, no one stop.
I want to thank every single one of these volunteers and RCMP and all of that. These guys worked their asses off. They worked their asses off to find Jack and Lily. And this is what always gets me. This is what really lights a fire under my ass. Knowing, in my opinion at least, that there are individuals that know right now, that are probably watching me, that knows exactly where Jack and Lily are right now, where they are placed, and where they have most likely been placed since May 1. Not May 2nd, May 1st, 2025. While all of these people out here are volunteering their time, risking life and limb, not like you do, Daniel, not like your text message where I showed where you said, I could have been impaled by a stick or whatever. What about all of these nice people volunteering their time? Thousands of hours the RCMP has put on this case because there are 2, maybe 3, maybe 4, I don't know, individuals that know exactly where Jack and Lily are, but would rather just wait it out until, I don't know, I'm sure probably, most likely, a lot sooner than later at 3 o'clock in the morning when you're hyped up on your mathematics, you're going to hear
RCMP, open up.
So, que sera, sera.
We have lots of officers here on the scene that are parents themselves, and we can certainly feel for this family, and our priority is to bring these kids home safe.
The RCMP is the lead agency here, along with EHS, hundreds of search and rescue crews from Halifax to Cape Breton. During the daytime, there are...
Oh, look at that. Look at all that fucking mud where it rained, right? But there's only a little step, a little, planted step out, footstep outside a freshly raked driveway that was placed there, and close to where a pink blanket was. But that's all the, planted tracks that they found.
EHS, hundreds of search and rescue crews from Halifax to Cape Breton. During the daytime, there are anywhere from 100 to 140 search and rescue crews in the woods, and the search continues all night. They deploy between 60 and 75 search and rescue crews in the woods all night long. So each searcher will work a 12-hour shift before they have to take a rest. There are 3 helicopters in the air, and there are dogs as well involved in this search, drones too.
With the wet weather, it makes things a little more complicated for our searchers. Given they're in the woods, it's wet, things are slippery, footing's not the greatest. It's the water's it's not.
I don't know if you've ever walked in nature, right? While it's all muddy like that, especially if you live in any cold environment, damp environment, but it's slick as hell. It's slick as hell. And all of those people out there, while it is just misty and nasty and wet, they're the ones risking life and limb because you two are too damn selfish to actually say we're Jack and
the best, but they're still trudging through and they're still working hard at doing the job that they have to do.
Ever since Friday morning, when we noticed that the children were gone, immediately jumped in the vehicle, surveyed all the areas, many dirt roads, many culverts as I could, and waited for the police to get there. Searched all their play areas where they would play, like around the yard.
See, here he says, waited for all the police to get there. Well, just a minute ago, Daniel, you said you got in the car, did all the culverts, went as many roads as you could, all that. And you said you got back home 10 minutes later and you went back out on foot. Here you said you waited for the RCMP. Another one, you said that the RCMP was already there whenever you got there. In the RCMP documents, it said you searched, quote, 4 hours for Jack and Lily, meaning before RCMP got there.
When I'm there, they have a little cabin that we made. Search that. That's when I jumped in the car, did all the areas around, all the dirt roads.
RCMP have been focusing on a 3.5 kilometer radius from where the children were last seen, but that search zone.
I'm going to ask a question to Daniel and Malaya, and take it how you want it. Take it how you want it. Daniel, Malaya, because I know you're watching. You got to know everything that everyone knows. What was your last memory of Jack and Lily? What was your last memory of them? What's the last thing you remember them doing? What's the last thing you remember hearing of them?
Expanded today further into the thick woods. Their stepfather, Daniel Martell, spends every evening conducting his own search.
As soon as I seen they were missing, I jumped right in the vehicle and I did every dirt road and searched every culvert.
Martell believes they were only gone for about 20 minutes before he and their mother noticed they were missing.
The very first day I wasn't around very much because I was just searching. I was running through the woods, screaming their name till my throat hurt.
Yeah, he wasn't around the first and second day, right? You was in the woods, Daniel, smoking crystal, weren't you? Till your throat hurt, not because you were screaming for Jack and Lily. Yeah, the math doesn't hurt his throat, right? It's just, screaming for Jack and Lily.
Martell says the only concrete clue so far is a boot print found near the backyard of the property.
Oh, look at that. Very good.
Concrete clue so far is a boot print found near the backyard.
And guess what? There's another lie of Daniel. There's another lie of Daniel. He would only talk about this boot print that was, again, freshly raked the night before. And this boot print, wouldn't talk about the boot prints conveniently found a kilometer away, and wouldn't talk about that pink blanket. RCMP have never, ever confirmed this one fucking boot print that's there. And let me just show you what a buffoon they are, how Daniel, this one boot print that's circled there. But look here, there's a boot print, there's a boot print, there's a boot print, like a shoe print rather, shoe print, shoe print, shoe print, shoe print, shoe print, shoe print, shoe. But just that one, it's amazing how everyone else makes shoe prints, but not Daniel, or not Jack and Lily. They just got one right there, and conveniently faced toward the road. I can't even with you, Daniel, Leah. Hey, Mick Mac, how you been, babe? Hello, they're good people. Nice seeing you all. Good to see you, Mick. How you doing, baby? Thank you so much, Mick. I appreciate you very much for your support. Long time no see, babe. Thank you so much.
The property.
I know they took their boots. That's pink boots for Lily, blue boots for Jack with dinosaurs on them. Lily had
Tone matters. Tone, the rhythm of someone's grieving's voice, all of that. That's pink boots for Lily, blue boots for Jack. I know they took them. This is truly the first hours of Jack and Lily missing right here. And look at him. Pink boots for Lily, blue boots for Jack. He just got a hit of that crystal.
their backpack, pink boots.
Found near the backyard of the property.
I know they took their boots. That's pink boots for Lily, blue boots for Jack with dinosaurs on them. Lily had her backpack with white, and it was white, strawberries on it. I imagine now if they're in the woods that it'd be probably brown, but I don't see them carrying their backpack. I don't see them keeping a pull-up on for that long after it got soaked from the very first day.
It is just amazing to me. Like, you've got to be a special kind of person, not in a good way, to, in my opinion, have not only done something to a 4 and a 6-year-old, but then executed this to where they are concealed, taken out of that house, removed, and then a lie made up, and then stand in front of the RCP, God, everybody else, and in front of the cameras and pretend all of this going on. You've got to be a special kind of creature to do that. I couldn't hold it together for 10 seconds like that. Oh, Linda B, thank you so much, honey. I appreciate you very much. Thank you so much, my love. Thank you for your support. And Joyous, thank you for cutting that out. I might have missed that. Let me see what he says.
I imagine now if they're in the woods, screaming.
Found near the backyard of the property.
I know they took their boots. That's pink boots for Lily, blue boots for Jack with dinosaurs on them. Lily had her backpack with white, and it was white, strawberries on it. I imagine now if they're in the woods that it'd be probably brown, but I don't see them carrying their backpack. I don't see them keeping a pull-up on for that long after it got soaked from the very first day.
Oh, well, he says, I don't see them with the pull-up on, but he doesn't necessarily say that Lily's wearing a pull-up. I think he's just saying them, in my opinion, as meaning Jack, though. Yeah.
We only found the 2 boot tracks outside of the house.
Whereabouts?
Right beside the house, probably 10 feet away from the backyard.
In the backyard?
Yeah. 10 feet away from Miss Junkyard Janie's camper, where she and, of course, Tucka hears everything. Remember, come on, Jackie. Let's go, Jackie. Let's go. But she didn't hear She heard them out of the swing, she says, but didn't hear them 10 feet away from her camper. Yeah, right.
Okay.
Nothing new other than the helicopters are still in the air, and they had dogs. They took around the dogs today, and as of last night, they had 8 more drones going up with infrared. I urge the public to come out if you have anything, come out as fast as possible and get it to any detachment or any police service that you have available to get.
Oh, Daniel, you know something? Anyone that goes to prison for potentially SA of anyone, which again, you are being charged for right now, not convicted yet. You're going to feel like you're detached. And God help you and Malaya if you are charged and convicted of doing something to Jack and Lily. Because prison won't be so nice
to talk to.
Martell and the children's mother have been in a relationship for 3 years now. Malaya Brooks Murray told CTV News she's still holding out hope Jack and Lily will be found. She is now staying with family outside the county, and Martell says she hasn't spoken to him since. Martell is worried the children have been abducted.
Hey, Jack. Awesome kids, very, very kind. They'll talk to anyone. They want to go with anyone. They're just looking to have as much.
Yeah, Jack and Lily just looking to have as much fun as possible. They'll go with anyone. They'll talk to anyone. But they also say they have suspected autism, which, in my opinion, I'm not a doctor, but I don't think that they had autism at all. I think that they were just not worked with. They were in a physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually toxic environment, and they weren't worked with. But yeah, they'll talk to anybody when they go to the store. You know, they just wanted to, someone might have got him, right?
Much fun as they can. Jack just absolutely loves bugs, dinosaurs, and anything like that. But Lily loves girly things, but she also loves doing everything with Jack, bugs. They're like best friends, not just brother and sister. They hate being wet and cold, so they immediately would have came right back into the house. The only
They hate being wet and cold. Yeah, well, most kids do. Most kids do. Most humans do. And so they would have immediately came back in the house. Well, that's kind of insinuating, in my opinion, that you're saying someone took them. Right? Because if they hated being wet and cold, and your mom, Janie, says they knew better than to go outside of the fence.
2 prints are right beside the house facing the road, and then that's it.
There's those boot prints again facing the road, right? 10 feet away from Miss Janie's trailer, camper there. Yeah. But RCMP never confirmed those, but he says nothing about the pink blanket. Lies, in fact, about the pink blanket. Lies about the boot prints, and still lies up until the last 2 weeks ago. He said it could be 70%, it could be 90%, it could be 95% that those boot prints that was found was Jack and Lily's. You buffoon, Daniel. Don't you think they took castings of that? In fact, the RCMP document said they went out of their way to find out if those were the Jack and Lily's. And indeed they were. They went and got the same boots at Walmart, took castings of them. And yeah, they were them. But, it's not like they walk there. It's that, in my opinion, your ass planted them.
We were searching. We covered everywhere possible. Even in the first day, we did. Even with me running through the woods, I was ahead of the helicopters and ahead of the drones and stuff like that. Screaming as loud as I can, just until my throat hurt. Running through water that was up to my waist. And as soon as I got back, I wasn't allowed back in the woods until a man dressed in military outfit.
Now, remember, in the beginning of this, he says he went looking, went up every culvert, every dirt road, went as far as the roads could take him, all of that in 10 minutes. And then he said he got home and immediately took out on foot and searched for Jack and Lily. Not here. He says he went through the dirt roads and all that, got back home, which is the story that he's using now, and says that the guy said, Daniel, don't go in the woods. A, how'd they know his name? B, how'd they know he was in the woods?
Said I could go back into the woods. Hardly any evidence at all since the first day. It's mind-boggling that nothing else was found. Just waiting and waiting for him to come home.
According to Martell, his side of the family are currently the only ones at ground zero after Lilly and Jack's mother left the county Saturday. But still, he remains, begging anyone with answers to come forward and bring his children home safe.
Anybody who has any information, or you think you've seen something or hear something, or any messages from friends about hearing something, just contact your local police services. Anything, guys, anything.
A spokesperson for the Chignecto Central Regional Center for Education tells us the two children were students at Salt Springs Elementary School. Their stepdad told us they'd both been out sick before disappearing on Friday.
Yeah, out sick, but nobody ever checked on them the night that they went missing. Except Daniel says he checked about 12 or 12:30, and they were, had covers up to their neck. So he didn't really know what they were wearing. And turns on the light at 12 or 12:30 at night. Except Malaya says that she says privately, allegedly, that she wakes up around 12 and catches Daniel smoking meth in the bathroom. But they don't check on their kids, and the kids were out sick. Lily had a cough, but they had him running around all week, every single day, every store, restaurant, doctor's office, wherever. Not doctor's office, laundry, all that stuff.
Still, after 5 days, there is no sign of Lilly and Jack Sullivan.
No idea. I had no idea. I'm still searching every day. I'm waiting for information. I have to let them do a lot of their stuff with the aircrafts and everything else, and dogs and searchers. There's a lot of stuff that needs to be coordinated, and I can't just go running through the woods. I want to, but I just can't right now because the searchers are so far out.
Exhaustion and optimism, right? We want to bring these two children home to their parents. We've got people who've been here since day one, since the first time the call came in. So they're tired and they're optimistic. They have one job. This is all search and rescue does, is they try to bring people home safely.
I just emailed you back, Deb.
They're sacrificing their personal lives. They're sacrificing a lot to be here to try to help this family out, to bring these two children home.
Now, RCMP Search and Rescue are still working under the assumption that the 4 and the 6-year-old wandered away from the home in Lansdowne, just south of New Glasgow, on Friday morning. And as you walk into the woods, there's a little, kind of a tree fort, a little lean-to, and that's where the kids would play. And the family around there say they find it very hard to believe that, given how thick the brush is on some of the steep banks around that area, and just the difficulty moving around if you sort of leave that trail.
I mean, these are rolling little hills here, very kind of uneven. And when the hurricane went through there and just pretty much desecrated the forest, think of being little and your legs are about that long and you got boots on in this. Come on. They're not going anywhere far.
How difficult they find it to believe that they could have gone anywhere deeper than that into the woods.
Good afternoon. I am Corporal Carly McCann, Provincial Public Information Officer for the Nova Scotia RCMP. Thank you all for being here today. At this time, I invite the following officers to the podium with me. Inspector Mike Ingalls, District Policing Officer for Northeast Nova District RCMP. Staff Sergeant Curtis McKinnon, Pictou County District Commander. Staff Sergeant Rob McCammon, Acting Officer in Charge of Major Crimes and Behavioral Sciences Group, and Amy Hansen, Search Manager with Colchester Ground Search and Rescue. Staff Sergeant Curtis McKinnon will provide you with an overview of the efforts to find Lilly and Jack. He will review the search and investigation that began on Friday morning and provide the current status and next steps. We will take questions from media present following that. I invite Staff Sergeant McKinnon to the podium. J'invite maintenant le Sergent d'État McKinnon à prendre la parole. Merci.
Merci.
Thank you all for being here today. First of all, our thoughts go to the family and loved ones of Lilly and Jack Sullivan, to their communities, and to everyone who's worked day and night in an effort to find the children and bring them home. Since the first 911 call was received by the RCMP, reporting that 6-year-old Lilly and 4-year-old Jack had wandered away from their home on Gairloch Road in Lansdowne Station, a multi-agency search has been underway. Teams have been working around the clock. This search has included many agencies, including volunteer ground search and rescue teams from across Nova Scotia and New Brunswick, the Civil Air Search and Rescue Association, known as CASERA, Department of Natural Resources Air Services, Nova Scotia Public Safety and Field Communications, Nova Scotia Guard, Joint Rescue Coordination Center, Salvation Army, the Canada Heavy Urban Search and Rescue Task Force 5, and several RCMP units, including police, dog services, and drone operators. Since Saturday, because we treat all missing person files as suspicious until our investigation leads us to determine otherwise, our Major Crimes Unit has been...
Major Crimes was there the next day. Major Crimes was there May 3rd, 2025, the next day. And guess what? Over 1 year later, Major Crimes have not left this case. Okay?
Engaged. Since the search began on May 2nd, it has been concentrated in the Gairloch Road area and has covered 4 square kilometers of heavy, wooded, rural terrain. Lilly and Jack have made headlines from coast to coast. While the search has been ongoing, RCMP officers continued with the missing person investigation, speaking with family and community members to gather tips and other information that could help locate the children. We have not received any confirmed reports of sightings. Lilly and Jack's family has been provided with regular updates on the search and on the missing person investigation. They've also been afforded supports. As of today, May 7th, the active search efforts to locate Lilly and Jack will be scaled back. We're transitioning from a full-scale search to searches of more specific spaces that have already been searched by our teams. We want to circle back to increase the probability that all clues have been found. And when transitioning from an active search to a scaled-back search, the probability of survival is taken into consideration. I want to assure you that our missing persons investigation continues. We're not packing up, and we're not giving up. Our investigation is broad, and it won't end until we know where Lilly and Jack are and can bring them home.
And that always in your heart where, they're essentially saying, even if they did get out by themselves, which they didn't, that they're not likely alive. They weren't, in my opinion, alive at midnight. But it's a broad investigation, isn't it, Daniel and Malaya?
We'll continue to investigate.
I bet you a year later it's a lot more focused.
And chase leads for as long as and as hard as we have to. We have the best investigators working every aspect of the file. We continue to appeal to anyone who have information related to our investigation and who has not yet spoken to us to contact the Pictou County District RCMP at 902-485-4333 or Crime Stoppers. Before I close, I want to reiterate that our hearts go out to Lilly and Jack's family. to the community and the people who've worked so incredibly hard to date. Many of us have children of our own.
You can tell he's emotional. He's trying to keep the stiff upper lip.
And I want nothing more than to reunite Lily and Jack with their loved ones. What we'll be doing is we'll be continuing on. Just because today the search is being scaled back, we still will continue on. And we will go back to areas that we feel that we may need to re-look at, and we may expand out if there's any type of information that leads us to believe that we need to do that.
Yes.
I guess, you've done an incredibly exhaustive search in the area, and major crime is also here. And having not found these children, having done a very thorough search, can you tell us the role of major crime in this, and what you can tell us about that investigation? Very thoroughly, this area, you would have found them if they were there, which then makes people, certainly on social media, people are assuming, rightly or wrongly, that there's some criminal elements to this.
Sure.
And can you, I know, what can you tell me about that, your work on that potential?
Well, I can't really speculate on the investigation, obviously. That wouldn't be fair to the process. But we are constantly reviewing everything that's been done, looking at all different facets of available information, and we'll make decisions on that. I can't.
If they didn't think this was criminal, they would have said, no, guys, these kids, they walked out. They walked out. We got evidence that they walked out. If they believed that blanket was Jack and Lily's, put up in a tree very conveniently on the side of a trail in a road, and those boot prints was Jack and Lily's, and there was a scent that was Jack and Lily's, they would have said a lot more.
The details of that, but we will.
Sometimes a non-answer is an answer.
We'll pursue every lead that becomes available and take it to where it needs to go. So.
You at first said it wasn't suspicious. You think the kids just wandered off. Now you're saying every missing person's investigation is considered suspicious. Is it still suspicious? Are there any suspects here?
Again, I'm not going to comment on the details.
One thing that's very interesting, and now we all know. I mean, we knew then, but when children go missing, major crimes is not normally there. This big presence, and if they do go there, they do what they need, and they find an answer, criminal or not criminal. And if it's not criminal, they leave, they pull out. Major crimes have never said why they were on Jack and Lily's case. I mean, it's obvious why they're on Jack and Lily's case, because it's criminal. But they won't say.
Tells the investigation, but I will comment, when somebody goes missing and we become engaged as any police officer, not just major crime, we will look at all the details and make considerations on the information we have.
That'd be Maggie.
When it comes to a missing person, we have to automatically consider those, are there people that have different charter implications and things like that? So we will automatically start to consider what evidence is pointing us towards a suspicious in nature. Again, I can't comment more than that, but every missing person case, we would approach it from the same process, a methodical collection and review of information with decisions based on that.
And the family has said they believe it's an abduction, or they suspect it's an abduction. Are there now any clues or anything leading you to think that might be possible?
If we had any information that led that way.
Exactly, Susie Q. If Jack and Lily wondered, there would be evidence, lost items, footprints, like legit ones. If it were an abduction, there would be evidence, fingerprints, footprints, tire tracks, etc. They would have something. Absolutely. Well stated.
And we felt that we could provide anything with the public, we would have done that. We would have got that information out. We're working very closely with the family, and we will pursue every avenue. But again, I'm not going to make any specific comments, but anything that would point towards that, we would immediately take steps to address things that need to be addressed.
I think this question is most appropriate to Staff Sergeant. You talked about survivability. I was wondering if you could address that specifically, given the ages of the two missing children and the weather conditions we've experienced this week.
Yeah. So the incident command person with the RCMP, along with the search manager, at some point have to make a decision when would it scale back this search, and a number of factors would have to take consideration, and they would, based upon scientific information that they have, to deem when that time has to come, and that is now. And a lot of those factors come into play would be the age of the missing persons, the weather, how long it's been, what area has been covered. So at that point, they have to make a decision on that.
I hate to ask this, but given their age and the conditions, if they were still in the woods, do you think they would still be alive?
I guess it goes back to all those factors have to come into play, right? So we are scaling back because it's time to move to a different part of the search.
I'll note as well the reason that the train is passing by slowly is out of respect for the fact that Lilly and Jack are missing here. So it's passing slow in order to have their staff be aware.
Oh, Joyous. Thank you, honey. That's very, very generous of you. Thank you so much. Very, very kind of you, Mr. and Mrs. Joyous. Justin, do you think if the reward was higher, would that make a difference, hubby? And I would like to know. Thank you. Thank you again, Miss Joyous. That's very kind, very generous of you. Appreciate that very much. In my opinion, it would not make a difference. No. In my opinion, I don't think they are going to tell on themselves. You know what I mean? Out of all the cases that I've covered over 3 different channels in 5 years, I've never seen a reward work to date. Never. It's good to have it out there, but I've never seen a reward work. Not that I can think of off the top of my head. I don't know. Let's do a poll. I don't want to don't take what I said as you just agreeing with me. Let's do a poll on that. Do you think if reward was higher, would it make a difference in Jack and Lily's case? Okay. So, do you think if a reward was higher in Jack and Lily's case, would it make a difference? Put a 1 if you think it would make a difference in Jack and Lily's case. 2, no. Or 3, unsure. and really form your own opinion. Don't do like what I'm saying. Just because you agree, because I'm saying it. Do what you actually think. Okay. So far, majorities no. Yeah. I think when it starts in my opinion, when it starts at home, it's not going to leave home. You know what I mean? That's just my opinion, though, on that. I could be wrong. Now, I think if someone knows, I think like if one of Daniel's friends knew but wasn't involved, maybe, but I don't think that's the case. You know what I mean? I'm sorry, Brandy. How are you, darling? Good to see you. I think there's a few involved that would turn and try to get the money, not because they have a conscience. You know, this is the thing. Like, if you, there should not ever have to be a reward for a child or any human being missing. You know what I mean? Like, if you know where someone is, damn, tell. It's $150,000. You know, and Daniel, this is what, Hobo, good to see you, baby. How you doing? We are, baby. Love you, honey. You take care of yourself. Daniel pissed me off this last interview he did. He was talking about Tint. Tint is local. He's the one that the horse trailer undercover. And he's Daniel was talking so poorly about Tint, saying, oh, well, he just wants the reward money. He just wants the reward money. If I was a parent and the RCMP had $150,000 reward to find my kid, I would say, go out and get it, motherfucker. Go out and get it. You deserve it if you find my kids. Thank you. Thank you for going out there. He's like, well, he just wants the reward money. That said everything about you, Daniel. Everything about you. That told me you did not want those kids. You do not want those kids found. That told me everything about you. Oh, well, he just wants the reward money. And I was typing in chat. I was like, listen, Tint finds those kids. I hope you get it, Tint. Love you, Pam. Oh, he just wants the reward money. Well, if he finds your kids, don't you think that's a good thing? Like, hello. I didn't make yet. Like, he just tells on himself. Oh, it was Deborah. Oh, it was. It was. I was like, you just said it all, Daniel.
And note the ongoing missing person investigation happening in the area here. So I think we were with your question.
Now, their stepfather.
It's very low.
Okay.
Outside this Nova Scotia home, a reminder of the heartbreaking absence. 6-year-old Lilly and 4-year-old Jack Sullivan missing 6 days now. Their stepfather getting an update from RCMP officers. It's news he says he knew was coming, but didn't want to hear. Police are scaling back the search and rescue of the siblings, with hope dwindling.
Breaks my heart.
The two kids' stepfather says they went missing last Friday, wandering from home while the parents slept in another room. Since the kids went missing, their stepfather says he's hardly had any contact with their mother. She took their 1-year-old to stay with her mother after a fight between the families broke out.
No, this CPS also wanted your daughter out of that house, Daniel.
He says people accuse him of being involved in the children's disappearance. When contacted, the mother and her family only told CBC News police advised them not to speak to media.
I'm absolutely exhausted at this point after going through 6 days of virtual hell. It's absolutely crazy. So I'm just...
What parent is thinking about themselves, how tired they are? Tell me. Not, oh my God, Jack and Lily's been missing 1 week. These are the last RCMP said they're most likely deceased by now. But, I believe in a miracle. We're not going to stop searching. I'm absolutely exhausted. I've been going through virtual hell. You don't think a 4 and a 6-year-old who's stuck out in the woods isn't going through hell? When kids actually do get lost in the woods and they just wander and wander and wander until they get so tired, till they generally just stop moving. They just stay in a spot. Until they're either found or they die. But Daniel's exhausted, going through virtual hell, smoking his crystal, lying at his ass.
Fighting for Lilly and Jack.
It's bizarre. If you ask me what was bizarre, I'd say, in this case, 2 with this particular family. 2 are gone.
They'll go on the balance of probabilities based on the area that we fully searched with a lot of people. We can't find any evidence, be it a backpack, a shoe, or whatever.
Think about that. 2 children, not 1 child, 2 children getting lost. 150, 200 people searched literally nonstop for 48 hours straight, and then searched just for a week or more straight. Anywhere from 300 to 400 legs against their 4 legs, and they weren't found. Now think about that a minute. Something's wrong here. And anybody that believes Daniel or Malaya, you're a buffoon in this case. I can, almost any case, you believe, you don't know what to believe or whatever, you're a buffoon if you believe Daniel or Malaya. You just are. You just are. Not sorry at all on that one. No way.
Ever. We can't find the kids. If you can't find them, somebody has to say enough is enough right now for searching those areas. So now we move to where? There's only one other option. A nefarious take to this. In other words, a criminal type thing.
They gave you a clue when they said no abduction. That's a big statement to make at this early in the game.
Sure
You
is.
said they're flying in someone to do a polygraph test. Is that on you?
That's not just on me, but on everyone. That's what I asked for. I asked for that squarely. And
Daniel asked for the polygraphs on him and everybody else. Not that, hey, Daniel, can we give you a polygraph, you and other people? But because Daniel asked, he wanted it to make it seem like he's the brains of this operation. And, heat's getting a little heavy after, a week or so of Jack and Lily not being found. So now we're going to start pointing fingers. There's all. Love you, Leslie. So, yeah. So now let's start pointing fingers now that there's this fight, and we know, your family or Malaya's family knows you're all smoking crystal in the bathroom and stuff. Joshy, how are you, baby? Good to see you. Good to see you. Me too. Daniel, Malaya, Don, and Candace. I want to come through the damn screen.
there's not many places that do it in Canada, so they're flying somebody in.
Why do you think you need to do that? Do you think they don't believe you?
I think their side of the family doesn't believe me, and I just want to clear it up for everyone. Clear it up for everyone, not just the people online making crazy accusations and everything else.
7 days since 6-year-old Lilly and 4-year-old Jack Sullivan disappeared.
The last of RCMP in the area that I've seen, they were at Lansdowne Lake, and they told me that they scoured the lake, divers, and sonared the lake, and there's no evidence at all. If they were in this area, would have found them. My family's still searching.
It's been 2 weeks since 2 young children vanished without a trace in rural Nova Scotia. The children's stepfather, Daniel Martell, told CBC the siblings were out sick and not at school on Thursday and Friday. He said he believed the children must have gone outside through the sliding back door sometime Friday morning. After the disappearance, the children's mother left the area to be with her family in another part of the province.
Rose, thank you for the gifts, baby. Appreciate you. Thank you for the 200 jewels. Really, really do appreciate you, Miss Rose. Thank you very, very much. Thank you, my love.
And blocked him on social media.
My mother had to kick some people off the property because they were saying that I did it.
Can you imagine the families are fighting so much when 2 kids are missing that they kick them off the property, that they don't have enough skill, emotional skills to, if the kids were actually missing, to get out of your own feelings about how you might feel about another family member and work for the greater good of Jack and Lilly. That tells you a lot. That tells you a lot. When Janie asked, where would you look if the kids went missing near the woods, I would have knocked on my mother's door. Of course you would. Of course you would. Of course you would.
I had something to do with it, and I'm the only one who's fighting for them, which is sad.
The day after the children went missing, that Saturday of May 3rd, there was an argument at the home between Malaya's family members and some of Daniel's family members. One of Malaya...
Look at that stove working right there. Remember, Daniel, how they were very interested in that stove, RCMP? Remember that, Daniel?
His family members hurled an accusation that Daniel had something to do with the children's disappearance.
Hold on, what?
Daniel's family. There was an argument at the home between Malaya's family members and some of Daniel's family members. One of Malaya's family members hurled an accusation that Daniel had something to do with the children's disappearance. And this stemmed from discussion about meth use in the home.
And there was drugs. Drugs was involved, and that's what fueled the family altercation in the driveway. And I'll be the one to say that because I got so freaking mad.
Out of everyone in the family, obviously other than Belinda, Haley has been the real one. Out of all those mother truckers, out of every single one, Haley, and she's not even blood relative to Jack and Lilly. She is family, Malaya's stepsister, but she has been the most real one out of all of them. Hey, Enoch.
Marvin, you better not shit where you eat, honey. Get out of here. What the fuck?
Sorry, I needed a little humor. It's so true. She really shown herself to care so deeply. Yeah. Well, because Haley again calls out both of her sister and Daniel. And that's her sister.
After this was found out, because then I said to him, I said, that's exactly why you're acting the way you are, running around like a madman, acting like you're doing everything and everybody's just sitting back, like relaxing.
Daniel's like, I was the only one running around looking. And Janie's like, yeah, they were, basically in the trailer, having a family reunion with their, tea and crumpets. Come on now. Come on. No, they just weren't hopped up on meth like your son, Miss Janie. RCMP documents. Daniel was running around acting erratic in the RCMP documents.
Like nobody was, but nobody was running around like a chicken with their head cut off because we weren't on drugs. Do you know what I mean? But that's what the altercation was, because I was like, I confronted his family. It was actually me. And I said, what the hell, guys? Like, what's going on here? Like, why is that involved? My sister broke down and she admitted that he's been on it for 2 years. Yeah, that was just as Malaya was going down to
Daniel's message when he was feverishly trying to get a hold of Malaya once she left and blocked him on every social media platform and phone and any possible way Daniel could try to get a hold. He tries it through a third party and says, tell Malaya I love her and I'll be the Daniel that I used to be when she first met, the Daniel underneath the waterfall.
the press
Was that the non-smoking crystal Daniel?
conference. Yeah. So Malaya broke at the end of the driveway. She was crying, and I was like, what's going on? And she wouldn't talk. And I looked at her and I said, now's the time to talk. Like, get fucking talking. Like, what's going on? And she broke down, and that's what it came about, that he was doing meth. And yeah, so they all got very, very mad when that came about, and they all kind of said, you know what, we already knew that. Well, if you knew that, why the hell is there children in a home with somebody like that? Like, why are
Yeah. Kids in the home that's missed 40 some days of school, that are, the teachers has to buy them clothes and jackets. They're using grandma's credit card to fund their spree of rugs and children with black eyes and missing 40 some days of school. That's a good question for CPS. Why was there kids in there?
you protecting the kids that way?
Daniel told me about the fight on the first day I met him. And I also learned that his
Listen
mother,
to this.
Janie McKenzie,
Listen to this.
kicked Malaya's family members off the property.
Haley, was it her? Haley
Mackenzie.
She goes, you get out of my fucking yard. That's what the Danny come right up there. You get out of my fucking yard. Don't you accuse my fucking son.
Don't you accuse my son. He might smoke crystal and black the kids' eyes and take everything away from these kids and live in a toxic environment with rats and everything else. But don't you ever blame my son. So what, he smokes crystal?
This nicotine patch for an hour, and I'd still sell you in for a smoke. Come on back to my place. I want you to look at a urine sample. I think it looks cloudy. It's been so long since someone touched me.
My dog's name is not Fluffy. My dog's name is Tucker. 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 If you don't hear it, maybe you'll know what it spells.
Marvin, you better not shit where you eat, honey. Get out of here. What the fuck?
Not sorry.
After that point, at a briefing, a police update that Daniel and Malaya attended together.
Listen to this.
Malaya left the briefing in tears. And when Daniel tried to speak to her alone, her mother would not let him. And that there was also an altercation there that resulted in Malaya leaving with her mother, cutting off contact with Daniel, and the two have.
Yes. And people forget about that altercation, because there was an altercation with all the family when they got kicked, in the driveway, but there was also an altercation between Malaya's mom and Daniel as well, right outside the ambulance.
Have broken up. She's changed her Facebook status to single, and she has not come back to the community.
Yeah, just before Malaya had left. Malaya planned to, the baby was going to go with Logan. There was a lot of give me the baby, I'm taking the baby, and then, oh, you can come too. And it was kind of like, you know, Malaya, like,
You know why everyone was saying, I'm taking the baby, right? Because CPS would not allow that baby to be on that property, would not allow that baby to be around Daniel. That's his own blood child, by the way. Would not allow that baby to be around Janie either. That says a lot. In my opinion, that says a lot about what RCMP knew and what RCMP told CPS about the investigation.
I spoke to her and I was like, why didn't you go with your mom? She wasn't made to go with her mom. As her sister, I could see what was right and what was wrong in that moment.
When I got there, I said, do you want me to stay with the baby? You can go look. She goes, I'm going to stay with the baby. Okay, so whatever. So I went looking. So that was the next thing, was when she was told that the baby had to leave the residence. She's exactly told she did not have to leave the residence. They just wanted the baby off the residence, from the residence. That's like, this whole scenario isn't something.
Yeah, wanted the baby off that residence, away from Daniel, away from Janie.
Kids should be a part of. So the baby was going to come to my house. So she's never been a part.
And I'll tell you what, I'll bet you money that there was drugs found in that home. Daniel said they would have charged me if there was meth in that home. No. They might take the kids, but they're not going to charge you for that right there. They're not going to charge you for that right there. You can smoke meth in front of cops nowadays and they won't arrest you.
From the baby. Never. Like, she's meadow. So I said, you're more than welcome to come too. If not, I am comfortable. I have 3 kids of my own.
Exactly.
Like Malaya, I can take care of this kid. Like, I can take care of the baby, no problem. So first the baby, it was just going to be the baby. And then she decided she was going to come with me. So, but then something changed and we were at the briefing. Her mother said something to her. And then I had to take everything out of my car and put it in her mother's car. And like I said, she had this whole plan, like she was going to drive her car into my house. Mm-hmm. And she was going to, and then the plan changed. Oh, I'm going to take the car to my mother's. Like, I'm going with my mother. Well, she didn't even come back for the car. Like, the search and rescue had her car towed to wherever she was because they left the car. That's how much of a hurry that was to leave.
And they were trying to persuade her to stay with the baby. And I told her that she really needs to sit and think what's best for her and the baby at this time. And she ended up going with her mom. And that was willingly. It was nobody talking her in to go. I'm just like, you have a home. You'll be treated right. There will be food. There will be love. Like,
there is, Shannon, there absolutely is. And I think Daniel knows there's something brewing. I believe his attorney, in my opinion, has told him that. I believe he knows that the RCMP is onto him. And I believe that's why he's talking now. I believe that is why Miss Malaya is now holding bottles of water for searchers now, after a year of doing virtually shit for her children.
You know what I mean?
So to know that he got home to go contact her, that he was blocked and deleted, was a complete and utter shock.
We are at the 2-week mark since these children disappeared. So 2 weeks, 2 children, 0 clues about what may have happened to them.
Now, after dozens of police interviews and more than 180 tips from the public, these woods about to be examined again. Officials now confirming the search surrounding the home of Lilly and Jack Sullivan will resume Saturday, likely as a recovery effort.
The RCMP won't say what prompted the resumption of search efforts, but when Daniel Martell heard the news, he felt a wave of renewed optimism that his stepchildren might finally be found.
It fills me with a lot of hope, seeing drones in the sky and seeing people back hard at work.
More than 100 rescue workers are combing through several square kilometers of dense forest, marking off each area searched with a ribbon.
Countless orange and pink ribbons marking grounds covered in the search.
Absolutely heartbreaking, man. Heartbreaking, not just for me and Malaya and the families, but it's heartbreaking for all of Pictou County.
Look at there. You see the black flies around Daniel. They won't even land on him. That's how toxic this mofo is. The black flies won't even land on a pile of caca.
For me and Malaya and the families, but it's heartbreaking for all of Pictou County.
Any investigation like this, they're going to start closest to the children and work their way out. From the physical search perspective and from the investigation, who had access to those children.
Pure exhaustion at this point. I mean, sadness just turns to anger because there's no answers.
Yeah, pure exhaustion. Pure exhaustion at this point because sadness just turns into anger. That's that's what I'll say that, tries to make it sound legitimate, just anger.
And I mean, I don't know if we're ever going to get answers. Bring cadaver dogs. They search for anything they can find. I want as much as they can do.
Retired RCMP dog handler of 26 years says it's baffling to him the children are still missing.
I find it hard to believe that a 6 and 4-year-old would just disappear like that.
You and me both are retired RCMP dog handler. And so does the rest of the world.
I guarantee you, if I was still working today, that'd be the thing you'd be racing around your mind all the time. Like, where would they have gone? Like, we have done everything. I think the last thing I read, they searched a square kilometer area, 5 kilometers. That's a big area. And that's meticulously searched.
More than 100 volunteers renewed the search over the long Victoria Day weekend, targeting specific areas around the road near their home.
The scenario everyone's hoping for is we bring them home. That's the main objective. It's always been that from day one. I mean, everywhere I go, people stare. It'll never be enough for a lot of people online. But that's something I have to live with until...
Live with it, mother chicken. Live with it. That's all I can tell you. I wouldn't be worried about people online. I'd be worried about Jack and Lily.
The truth makes its way out, and the truth always makes its way out.
Amen. I tell
you,
I hope and pray, Daniel, whoever did this to Jack and Lily, that they play those words at trial. The truth always makes its way out. I hope so. That little thing you said right there, the truth always makes its way out. Play it at trial, please.
The truth makes its way out, and the truth always makes its way out.
Amen.
Investigators are now asking anyone who has dash cam footage or video along Gairloch Road between noon on April 28th and noon on May 2nd to contact Northeast Nova RCMP Major Crime Unit.
May 28th to May 2nd. That says a lot, in my opinion, that if they thought the kids went missing actually Friday morning, they would have said between 6 a.m. May 2nd and 10 a.m. May 2nd. They don't believe you.
Martell says he has been interviewed extensively since Lilly and Jack were first reported missing. You mentioned last time we chatted that you'd offered to do a polygraph test.
That is correct.
Has that already happened?
That has happened.
Right. And did you get results from that yet?
I do have results, and I don't know if I can share those results.
But you do.
But they were good in my favor, we'll say that.
Despite not having had contact with the
psychotic,
children's mother,
in my
Malaya, since May 3rd when she left the search area, he says an RCMP liaison has been assigned to keep them both informed as the investigation progresses.
Trust the RCMP word, and I mean, you don't have to trust my word, but
We don't.
I'm the only one doing media for Jack and Lily.
That doesn't mean shit.
Trying to keep this.
Doesn't mean shit. It just means how people deal with lying or to the public or not incriminating themselves. That's all that means.
Story alive and get them found.
It's been 4 weeks since Daniel Martell has seen his stepchildren.
Every day when I wake up, it feels like I'm reliving a nightmare of May 2nd. But
good.
The main feelings from sadness have just turned to anger because there's no evidence as of after 1 month, and it's it's really taken a toll. Me and my family still go out sometimes and search, but everything's been searched that we can really dive into at this time. They have over 12,000 man-hours searched in the woods, and they're planning on doing more, which I'm really grateful for.
On Friday, RCMP say ground search and rescue crews and police will return to the area this weekend.
Yeah. Oh, please, Barry Morphew and Lori Vallow chatted with the media plenty. Means shit. And police cooperation does not mean innocence. Cooperation doesn't mean you're telling the truth. It means you're talking to the RCMP. You can cooperate till the day of judgment and not say a truthful thing.
Focusing on a nearby pipeline trail where a boot print was previously located.
I know that they're working hard and they're using every resource they have, and it makes me hopeful because that's all we have at this point is just hope.
RCMP have confirmed Lilly and Jack were seen on camera with family the day before they went missing. Police are asking anyone who was on Gairloch Road between April 28th and May 2nd to share their dash cam or other footage with RCMP.
I'm going to keep fighting.
Miss K, amen, girl, amen. Just means you're using the media to defend yourself because you need control. Amen, sister. Amen. Oh my, LOL. Almost spit out my tea reading your comment. Oh, what did Linda say? Hold on. What did Linda say? Hey, Nick. How you doing, baby? I have anger issues right now. I get angry when I deal with this mofo right here in red. What'd Linda say? He makes my blood pressure is high when I talk about this case. What did Linda say? I don't see Linda. Linda, where are you? Linda, I need your comment too. What'd she say? Oh, hold on. I don't see Linda. Damn, that's annoying me now. How long later you're saying we should be looking? Was that the one? I don't know if it's the one.
For the rest of my life to find these kids. That's the only goal I have at this point.
I'm an open book, to be honest, and most times I don't understand why nobody else is. I believe everybody should be an open book. I think that was Monday. My sister drove me up there. We didn't go there to search that time. I see no point in searching any further once Malaya had left. So I figured if she left, something tells me she had to have had a very, very good reason to leave. Is it because she knows her babies are alive? I really, really hope so. But this other part of me tells me no. I wanted to go and I wanted to speak to Daniel. So my sister took me there. She dropped me off. I walked towards the trailer. Janie come out of the trailer and asked who I was. And as I was stating who I was, Daniel come out and said that that's Belinda, Cody's mom. So he come out and I said, well, I hope you talk to me. And he said, I will. He said, I don't want to talk here. Let's go out in the driveway further. So
sometimes it filters things out for me and I don't see a message or something. I don't see that one, but hold on.
And I said, well, I hope you talk to me. And he said, I will. He said, I don't want to talk here. Let's go out in the driveway further. So that's what we did. We walked out to the middle of the driveway. And I told him that I had tried contacting Malaya and she did block me. And he said, yeah. He said, weird, isn't it? Then he proceeded to tell me that the whole thing is strange. And he thinks Cindy and Malaya's half-sister had something to do with it, because he said the whole thing just doesn't make sense to him.
Now I know you can't speak.
Oh.
And Malaya's half-sister had something to do with it, because he said the whole thing just doesn't make sense to him.
There we go. Daniel blaming Malaya's half-sister, the one that Justin, it was him sleeping with that other young lady. You mean recently? The one that was searching? Recently? Daniel blamed Haley. He's the one that's like, she's planted it and all that. Yeah. Oh, yeah. There was allegedly, I'll say this, with the search that happened recently, Daniel allegedly slept with one of the ladies who came up and searched. Allegedly. You fucking sick people.
Now I know you can't speak on Daniel's behalf, but what does he really truly believe happened to these kids?
That's something that he has stated all along, that it's something that has to come from him. He believes.
I don't know if I've seen them. This is one I don't know if I've seen. The mother did not hide them. I do remember this. The proposed theory is that the mother escorted them quietly to a vehicle. Then the vehicle drove them to an unknown location where they remain in hiding. Investigators are still working hard determining that exact unknown location. I need to screenshot that one. Anybody that takes this buffoon seriously. Yeah. I believe he will, in my opinion. Again, he's innocent unless and until proven guilty in a court of law. However, in my opinion, I believe he will be. I have confidence in the prosecutor, the Crown, that they have, as they said, overwhelming evidence to prosecute that fucker to the fullest extent of hopefully the law.
I think he believes that they were picked up by now, like that they were abducted, because there's no sign of them in the woods. He doesn't believe they're in the woods.
So he really doesn't believe that mom had anything to do with it.
That's something I don't know, because
what's so interesting now that Logan is stroking for Malaya. She's stroking Malaya's ego. And she's I call her the bulldog. Isn't it Logan? I get him confused sometimes. Isn't it Logan who's stroking Malaya's ego? Isn't she the bulldog handler?
Like, you always have your line of doubt, right? Like, you always have your theories, and you're saying, so I can't speak on his behalf on that. Like,
yeah, I understand. I just know that they both used each other as an alibi and in the morning in regards to the situation.
Absolutely. And No, I don't believe he believed or believes that Malaya had anything to do with the children missing.
But he also gave the interview of the we.
And then we noticed the boots were gone. We went outside, made our way into the backyard. We didn't see them anywhere.
Oh, right off the bat, if he's stating that we.
Yeah.
And he was protecting her. Well, that was the very first morning. What was he protecting her from? She sent her kids off with a couple of friends. The police.
Exactly, Miss Belinda. Oh, I'm sorry. That's right. It's Cheryl. I apologize, Logan, for that. Apologize. It's Cheryl. Cheryl is the little, I call a pit bull chihuahua for Miss Malaya now. That's her handler. He needed more time because MBM called 911 before he could stop her, but he tried. Yeah, and what Brandy said, I think it was Brandy said a second ago, exactly why people wonder why the search groups now are only a few people, in my opinion. Yeah, I mean, if there's someone coming to show up to sleep with Daniel, while I cannot believe humanity sometimes. These two babies are out there. Daniel's allegedly hooking up with someone who says that they're there for Jack and Lily, but they're there to sleep with, allegedly, the stepdad. The flames of hell, man.
Turn around, go back. We don't need you. She sent the kids off.
And this is exactly why, right here, I don't support Malaya or Daniel. The we. They have kept the same story publicly since jump. Both of you.
Off. It's not an emergency. They're not missing.
Mm-hmm.
But
Right.
what? He went along with the we right from day one because he was protecting her, because he knew right from day one what she did. So that part of it doesn't make sense. What struck me is they're all stating she left through the back door for the boot print to be where it's at. Why wouldn't she have gone out the front door? She'd bypass Jamie's place and it would be right out to the road then.
Would you have noticed if she got out of bed?
No, I would have been sleeping. I didn't even know she called the kids in absent.
Didn't know she called the kids in absent. Didn't know this. Didn't know that. But knew little Lily came in twice. Said hi to Lily. Knew Malaya was on her phone, but then her phone was dead. And she had to use his phone.
And until I got the email on my phone.
Well, I mean, you woke up when...
Yeah, and catch this. And you didn't get the email to your phone, Daniel, you lying sack of garbage.
No, I would have been sleeping. I didn't even know she called the kids in absent until I got the email on my phone.
Well, I mean, you woke up when Lily popped her head in, right? So you were...
Yes, I did. Because there's a lock on the door, right? Yeah. And I heard like the lock rattle.
So if you're already have been woken up, Lily's popping in, so you've already...
Sounds like Daniel likes locks, doesn't he? Yeah, he sure did. He said he was in no way even remotely asleep.
Woken up to a certain extent, maybe not fully awakened, but you've woken up to the point where you've acknowledged that the child has come in and out. Do you think in that moment, maybe not earlier, maybe not early in the morning, but from the moment that you were awoken, from the time that Lily popped her head in, the time that you were fully awake, do you think that Malaya could have gotten out of bed without you noticing?
I think she could have. But you have to remember too, the baby was laying on her arm as well.
Wait a minute, Daniel. Wait a minute. In your most recent interview, you said that Malaya gave you Meadow every morning, and you sat with Meadow in bed while Malaya was getting the kids ready. But here, you're saying Meadow was laying on Malaya's arm. Miss Dolores, you're up late, girl. Hi, Justin. Hi, Pearls. Love you. Oh, we love you, Miss Dolores. Thank you so much, my dear, for your support. Really, really appreciate you, darling. Good to see you. Good to see you. Thank you so much. Wait just one mother chicken minute. What is it, Cherry? Tell us. What is it?
So, like the baby was sleeping on top of her right arm.
So it's unlikely that she got out of bed.
Oh, so the baby was sleeping on her right arm. So the baby wasn't here with you. I mean, y'all were in bed together with Meadow, but in your last interview, you stay in bed with Meadow every morning. You're not working, which is 6 days a week, while she's getting the kids ready. But here, Meadow's sleeping on her arm, so it's highly unlikely that she could have gotten out of bed, even though you say you were sleeping and Malaya was awake. Even though Malaya says she was sleeping, you was awake. You say you was awake in another interview, even though earlier Malaya says Jack and Lily, or sorry, not Jack and Lily, Lily comes in the room and she sees Malaya, or Malaya says she sees Lily, and they were outside in the other room playing. They were loud. They woke the baby up. That's when she got Meadow and took her to the bed. She didn't tell Jack and Lily to settle down or anything like most parents would. Yeah, I could go on with more of your inconsistencies, but you're fucking exhausting.
Yeah, I mean, it's unlikely, but it is possible. I mean, anything's possible, but I think Meadow may have be woken up when she's actually moving.
Gotcha.
That makes no fucking.
But it is possible, Daniel. I mean, anything's possible. This case is just an absolute circus, so anything's possible.
This case has been an absolute circus. Why has it been an absolute circus, Daniel? Everything comes from you and Malaya. How has it been an absolute circus? We just go on what you say. The inconsistencies. How is it a circus other than the mother and the stepfather being the circus?
I would like whoever has the kids or whoever knows where the kids are, please, if they want to and they want to get out of trouble, please drop them off where they picked them up. They will be safe. We will get them to the authorities. If they want to drop the kids off of here, and if they got the kids to yell, my dog would let me know that they're out there. I will go get them.
I love you, Shannon.
And I will make sure they are safe.
As I said, the accusation and the rumors have to stop.
Janie, you didn't make sure that they were safe when your son was blacking their eyes, allegedly. You didn't make sure that they didn't need a coat. Their teachers bought him coats.
It's not good for me, for my dog, for my grandchildren, especially for Lily and Jack. These accusations
are not good for me, my dog, my grandchildren and Lily and Jack. Listen, these accusations, I just call out your inconsistencies. But these accusations have nothing to do with Lily and Jack. Lily and Jack are the victims, you buffoon.
If I got to stop.
But I mean, the narrative's always been targeted at me, right? Though, Daniel.
Wonder why?
And you know, I'll stay in the spotlight as long as it takes, because
Great.
as long as I'm the target, if the individuals or groups or whoever has the kids, they're gonna.
Yeah, you know, if they're leaving the predator out there that has Jack and Lily, at least they're not being stressed at the moment, right, Daniel?
They're going to feel more relaxed, and that gives investigators a chance to strike.
Great.
So you believe that the kids are alive?
Yes, 100%. I hope every day. I believe.
Miss Dolores, I'm on fire tonight, so you might not like you might not like me tonight. This one gets my skin boiling. Thank you, Miss Dolores, for the 200 joules. I appreciate you very, very much, my dear. Yes, he's the redeemer, right, for Jack and Lily. Jack and Lily, he did everything for Jack and Lily, as he says. And he said Jack and Lily would only come into the woods. They would only go to him in the woods, right? The 200 people that was searching for Jack and Lily around the clock, they wouldn't go to them. They would only go to Daniel. Think of what a narcissist this fucker is.
I believe the exact same as RCMP do. They didn't go into the woods.
What do you believe happened?
I don't want to go into any theories. I don't want to point any fingers.
Why? You've thrown everybody under the bus.
Because I've done that so many times online. So I'm going to refrain from doing it, Daniel.
Do you think it was an outsider?
No, because on the second day they came out and said this is not an abduction. An abduction means that the
abduction occurs. Thank you, Hunter, for this. Abduction occurs when a person who is not the parent or guardian unlawfully takes, conceals, detains, or harbors the young person with the intent to deprive a parent or guardian of the possession of said child. And that is the Department of Justice of Canada. However, I would like to note right here, there is a stranger abduction, which would be right, not, and then there is, which also is known as non-familiar abduction, and then there is parental or guardian or familiar abduction, which means parent, guardian, family member, friend, close neighbor kind of aspect. Different types of abductions. However, I want to note right here that the RCMP says there is no evidence of abduction at all. Not an abduction and someone hiding a crime or a homicide of sorts is two different things. Two different things. And abduction is a different crime than homicide. An abduction means they're generally alive unless they are abducted and then a homicide occurs. Two totally different things, Daniel. And I know you want to muddy the water, but I'm not going to let that happen, baby. Okay? So big difference right there. The RCMP says there is just no evidence of an abduction by anybody, which tells me, in my opinion, the way the law works is that something happened at that fucking home on May 1st, 2025, in my opinion, between the hours of 8 p.m. and midnight. Okay? So that's the difference. I know you want to muddy the water, but I'm not going to let you boo-boo. Okay? I'll call every one of your bullshit lies out. And Malaya's. And Janie's. And anyone else who wants to stroke you or Malaya's ego. So, there you go, Daniel. There you go. That's the difference. That's the difference. And I would like to further note on that the RCMP says that they ask you the question about, and this is your words, homicide of Jack and Lily. Was you with the murder of Jack and Lily? That was the questions, which in my opinion tells me a lot.
Individual or parties that took the kids wouldn't be known by the kids. That's what an abduction is. So when the RCMP said it wasn't an abduction, that means the person that has the kids is known by them. And because I was with Malaya for 3 years, I think I may know the person that has the kids, right? Because I was involved in the kid's life and I was involved in Malaya's life.
Mm-hmm.
Yet he searched for days in the woods.
Nobody has a reason to hide Jack and Lily. Nobody. Not a person. Not a person. They would have magically been found. Just like Daniel's little magic pink blanket and those magic shoe prints that, again, he denied in the very beginning, were found, but in my opinion, were absolutely planted. If all of this heat that was going on in Malaya's and Daniel's life, Jack and Lily would magically be found. There is no reason to hide a child like this when not only the county, but not only the province, not only the country, but the world's eyes are on you on this case. There's no reason to hide two kids. They would magically be found. They would show up at a gas station or be found on the side of the road or whatever. Nobody's going to hide these kids.
And went on TV to state that if he has to, he'll search for the rest of his life. And that strikes me odd if in the back of his mind, he really believes because his mom heard the kids and she almost caught her handing the kids off.
There you go.
That if they really believe that to be true.
Yeah, but that was whenever Daniel and Dirtwood and Janie were all in cahoots together and, you know, almost caught Malaya walking back from the driveway, putting the kids in a dark SUV.
And they gave their statements, but the police didn't want to listen. I'd be telling the reporters, I'd be telling the whole world. And then he proceeded to tell.
What's that, Brandy? What, right here? You can see the shoe print? I don't know what you mean.
I'd be telling the whole world. And then he proceeded to tell me of how he searched. Now, I have to say that part struck me weird because as he was telling me how he searched Friday, he was telling me word for word what I heard on the TV interviews. And I mean, it was basically word for word, and that struck me as off.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because he's virtually trained himself that this is the script, word for word. Just like when he said the blue, which again, his blue car that got stuck up allegedly in the woods and that he had crushed, you know, the one behind the scrapyard there, which is very conveniently right behind your friend's house. Daniel, that scrapyard that you had it scrapped at, when you almost said the blue, but you caught yourself, but I caught you. You started saying the 2017 white Nissan Pathfinder. You know, how you do it.
That just struck me as totally off. Right down to the culverts, the dirt roads, waist deep in the water, word for word. And I thought that was really, really odd. I cannot see her going through all these lengths to get her.
By the way, I was
Not
called
see.
such a liar by so many people when I brought out this photo. People called me a liar, that this did not happen, that Malaya was not at the beach and everything else. Malaya and her BFFs are at the beach. They go almost every day. Malaya's got her big bougie ass sunglasses on. She's got her hair nice and sleek. She's got her red harlot little beachy thing on here. She's trying to look like a Kardashian when she, in my opinion, looks more like a wasted ass human being who is worrying about everything except her kids. My
her
opinion,
going
of
through
course.
all these lengths to get her kids out of there when she could have left. I know her mom would have picked her up. She had her own vehicle. She could have left any time. I just can't see that. It doesn't make sense to me.
Oh, it's
That was
1,000%
the other
BS.
thing I wanted to say. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
When Malaya stated about who Jamie was and who Justin was, she said they live in the trailer out back. She used the words they. And my sister and I afterwards thought, wow, that's such a small trailer. But people live how they live. So that was the end of that thought. And it wasn't until I seen a couple of clips from the news briefing stating that.
Again, Justin and Daniel, you both are pieces of crap for letting your mother live in that. You both should take care of your mother better than that. Windows are open, chimneys are hanging out of it because that's the only way she can heat it. Big ass cords, no plumbing, no toilet. It's not like you're not able-bodied men who can work and not take care of your family and your kids. And you're letting your mother stay in here with a dog that's half hairless. Shame on you.
Justin didn't
Both.
live on the property. And I thought, well, geez, maybe we heard wrong, but I was
Oh,
positive.
look, Justin
She
in his
said
work
they.
uniform.
And then when I heard that Justin has a place up the road, but then I heard Logan's interview being broadcasted where she was on TikTok and somebody had asked about Justin and she said, well, no, he's got his own problems right now, that he's in the middle of a divorce. Then maybe.
But they want to act like Justin is, this, everybody's got fucking problems. Nobody's life is 100% perfect, right? But, Justin's a family man. He's got this, he's got that. Well, didn't seem like that at the time. And I believe Belinda. I mean, Justin is a hell of a lot better than Daniel. That's for damn sure. But still, letting your mother live like this. Shame.
Malaya was right. He was staying with Jamie at that particular time. When I walked into the driveway and I said hi to them, and Justin was really upset. He was crying. Daniel was out talking to reporters at the end of the driveway. And Justin was really, really upset. So right away, I was thinking they must have got some kind of bad news.
Mm-hmm.
It struck me as very, very odd.
Levy
Because I
Anastasia.
said to my sister afterwards, I mean, I know they were probably somewhat close with the kids because they were there for 2 years. But I said he seemed really devastated. So it did strike me as just a little off.
What are you doing? Hammer down, bud. Be a man. Be a man.
What are you doing? What are you doing? Be a man. Be a man, says Earl.
Tell me, what can help you?
Are you the one that stole them kids?
Me?
What are you doing here?
Are you?
What are you doing here?
Are you?
Are you in here?
Maybe it's your math head son, Earl. Maybe it's your math head son who, I don't know, took the blue car off the property the night. Maybe it's him.
Are you?
What are you doing here?
Are you?
You're a
And who wrecks? Look at the anger, boy. See, you're not mad at Tint. You're not mad at him. You're mad at your son for being the buffoon that he is. That's what you're mad at. You're not mad at Tint. You want something to be mad at. And you know someone coming on your property after midnight with his car that was pretty much broke down at the time, but Daniel got it fired up enough to where he could take them out. That's what you're mad at. Look at that. Oh, I believe he is too, Mohawk. I believe he is too.
Yet. Another one of them YouTubers, are you?
Yeah.
Is there anything wrong that I parked my car in here?
You're not parking, you're being an idiot.
For what?
So you can YouTube all you want. You low-life little...
Say
Oh,
it.
yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
You can smile because you got a camera that
I'm
you're taking
down.
my picture. I don't have to calm down.
Who heard you?
You're the one that...
Who heard you?
You.
Who heard you?
You.
Keep crying. Keep crying, man.
I think he's a racist, sexist, homophobic, bitter, angry man.
Hate you YouTubers.
I'm not YouTuber.
Then what are you doing here?
I'm here looking for it. What are you doing? Bullshit.
Pictures of me then.
Because you took a picture of me first.
I live here.
So what? I can't come here to help? What the
I don't think he likes women. I don't think he likes anybody.
wrong with you, man?
What's wrong with you?
Walk away, little.
I arrived May 2nd between 2 and 2:30.
Most people would be there shaking their hand. Thank you for coming here to look for my grandkids, my step grandkids. Thank you so much. Appreciate you being here, trying to find the truth for Jack and Lily.
I didn't even know Jack and Lily were missing till 1:30 that day, and I seen it on Facebook in a post that was shared. You imagine, you just get home from work.
Isn't that amazing? Malaya's stepsister, Haley, found out on Facebook. Why would the family try to keep this a secret? Right? Close family.
You sit down, you open your phone just to scroll, and then you see that. Your niece and nephew missing. I can't even explain the hurt and the heartache.
That's
when
an
I see
understatement, Tony.
I had to message some people and get the address of where.
Haley said she is the stepsister with Malaya, so Lily and Jack are her niece and nephew. Haley said Malaya had cut out her family members and she has not seen Malaya or the kids in 2 years. Wonder why. Wonder why, y'all.
This happened because I didn't even know where Malaya lived. I didn't speak to her for 2 years.
Seemed like a lot of people didn't know where Malaya lived. I wonder why. Wonder why.
And keep in mind, I'm not familiar with that area. I live 45 minutes away. So I got all the details that I needed to head down, and I was there between 2 and 2:30.
I've known Malaya for years, and Lilly and Jack were
yes, and I love this comment. Mohawk always says, isolate and relocate, man. That's what abusers, neglectors, jealous, controlling men and a few women do. Mr. Isolate and relocate. Isolate and relocate.
taken care of so well, and she did everything and anything with them. She was so patient with them. She was very soft spoken. They were always clean. She lived in a nice environment.
Just out of curiosity, did you ever visit Malaya and Daniel when they were living in the trailer, or visit Malaya and Daniel at any point?
Not since she got with him.
Okay. Did you?
You see the brilliance of Hunter, how he connects these dots, these just little dots. I love this, right? Because Haley's saying, no, we haven't seen Jack and Lily or Malaya in 2 years, didn't even know where they live. Cheryl's saying, no, we didn't know where they live, didn't know really anything about them. Belinda, we didn't really know where they live. Isolate and relocate.
Text each other back and forth? Did you talk on the phone?
No.
Okay, so, and how long has she been with Daniel?
2 years, I believe.
Okay, so you were out of contact with Malaya for 2 years then?
Everybody was.
And it takes a long time to find these clips and put them together. Thank you so much, Hunter.
It doesn't get any easier. I mean, 1 month has passed.
At the vigil, Martell didn't know what to expect, but people came. Strangers stood silent, held candles, and left messages. The children's mother didn't attend the vigil. Martell says the grief has been overwhelming, and online speculation hasn't helped, especially for their daughter that still lives with her.
Put your focus outward around Malaya and toward the kids. Don't attack Malaya, because her mental health is, it's going to be reflected on her daughter. So I don't want anyone attacking Malaya anymore.
I think Daniel just projected there, right? Don't piss off Malaya. She'll take it out on our daughter. But behind the scenes and through some text messages, that's what Malaya said Daniel did. Daniel took out the anger on the kids. How interesting. That's right. But he can blame her.
Lilly and Jack Sullivan have been missing for 1 month, and tonight a community group held a candlelight vigil in Shellerton to show support for the family and friends impacted by the disappearance.
Daniel, I cannot wait, in my opinion, till you lose your Stellarton in prison, because Bubba is going to make you lose your Stellarton probably 3 to 5 times a day.
Tonight is about saying a prayer, and we're going to light the way home for them.
RCMP resumed the search for Lilly and Jack over the weekend, finding nothing.
Investigators remain committed to exploring all possibilities surrounding the children's disappearance. We want to thank all those who provided tips and information. Please know that we're fully engaged in finding out what happened to Lilly and Jack.
Some family members of the two children looked on as dozens of community members showed they care.
It's like every parent's worst nightmare. You don't ever want to have to ever go through something like this. Your boat searches and your heart just breaks every time because you pray that today will be the day that they bring them home.
Daniel Martell says during the polygraph test, he was asked several things, including whether or not he was involved in the disappearance of the children.
I know it would be a big help in the case and kind of narrow down maybe some of the speculations and
it's not speculation, Daniel. It's your words. It's comparing your words. That's what it is. It's not speculating. We are talking about your words. What you say is not speculation. It is your statement. We are comparing your statements, what you have said about a 4 and a 6-year-old's disappearance. That is completely buffoonery, your story and statements.
Just provide more evidence.
He says both his cell phone and that of his estranged wife were confiscated and searched by investigators. And for their stepfather, the silence inside the once busy home is deafening.
I haven't even got to see my own kids. Not even Meadow yet. But I'm still hopeful. I have supervised visits coming up that are granted by CPS. Going from a family of 7 to just me, I mean,
there's no magic in
I
there.
have nothing but time to just think.
What do you remember about the kids?
Kids, they were happy.
Yeah.
Very happy.
Yeah?
Yes. Every time I seen them, they always lived at their grandmother's in Truro.
I got you. Okay.
Yeah. Well, at their great grandmother's.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
At Patty Carter's. That's where I used to go visit.
Okay.
Yeah.
What?
Until this guy moved them away, and that was the last time I seen them.
When's the last time that you got to see Lily and Jack?
I seen Lily last year when
she brought her up here.
He's talking about his other 2 kids that he can't see. Yeah. That he sees every other weekend.
Sure. Yes, the last time I seen Lily.
Connie Brooks told us some interesting information. Malaya had been there to get her status card updated, so she is a member of the First Nation, and she visited her grandmother and other relatives, and her grandmother asked her about her relationship with Daniel Martell.
But I asked her, did he hurt you? She didn't really say he hurt her, but he held her down. He held her down and took her phone on her, and she couldn't talk. She couldn't blah.
Did that happen? Just curious, Malaya, did that happen Friday or Thursday night?
I'd leave the phone.
Certainly the Mi'kmaq community has been involved in the search and providing legal assistance to their mother, so it is a part of the story. The Nova Scotia's Child Protection Office had been contacted by the kids' school out of concern about the way they were showing up at school. We don't know the specific details.
Yeah, the way Jack and Lily were showing up at school, you know, with bruises and black eyes and no proper clothing for the type of year in freaking Canada. Cold. Some of the coldest places in the planet.
What the concern was that prompted that call, but we do know that that caused a child protection worker to go to the children's house and interview their parents, and this was in the months before their disappearance.
I was looking through the Facebook page of the children's school to understand what their school life was like. I was really just curious about the types of things they did at school and, you know, what their lives were like there. And I came across a photo of Jack with a black eye. And so that photo was dated December 13th, 2024. It was 5 months before he and Lily disappeared. I asked Daniel how Jack received the black eye in December, and he didn't respond. But in private Facebook messages that were shared with me, he acknowledged that Jack had many black eyes. He said Lily even had a black eye when Jack and Lily disappeared from an incident that happened on May 1st, the day before the children went missing. He said a Tonka truck.
What 4 and 6-year-old has many black eyes and lots of bruises. Many.
That she pushed down on, swung up, and hit her in the face.
But the most of the black eyes were probably from Lily, because
most of the black eyes were probably from Lily. May God have mercy upon your soul, Daniel. That'd be too teal.
And I don't want to say 100% because Jack was really clumsy too.
Yeah, clumsy, and
like when we used to take him to the woods, he would fall a lot. I remember one time too, Jack ran right into the doorknob on the door.
Convenient.
They would throw stuff at each other. They were quite aggressive toward each other.
You blame the victims. A 4 and a 6-year-old. You would throw anybody under the bus.
Her mother has told CBC News the RCMP told them not to speak with news reporters. The RCMP said it just advised people to be mindful of the information they share.
Exactly.
What I see from the outside, there's only 2 options here. Criminal involvement, search, they haven't found them yet. They legitimately got lost in the woods. I felt, okay, let's give them a couple of days to see if these kids are just wandered off, because they're only 6 and 4. So are they lost? They'll find them, maybe. If not, let's see how far it goes. And I says, and if it goes beyond 2 or 3 days, that was my reaction. What's next? All the techniques for a major crime are on display. They just haven't said it is a criminal investigation. Oh, you got 2 kids missing under those kind of circumstances. To me, definitely a major crime and a possible criminal offense somewhere. Something nefarious, to me, may very well have happened.
I know the truth. I didn't kill Lily and Jack.
It's been 6 weeks now since you've seen Lily and Jack. I just want to ask, how are you holding up?
It's been a long 6 weeks. I know that everybody basically in the world at this point is always wanted to know like what happened. Malaya and baby were asleep. Lily came in multiple times. I was not in deep sleep by any means.
Wasn't in deep sleep by any means, but yet he was sleeping, but yet he knows Jack was outside playing in the kitchen. Lily came in twice, but Malaya says he was asleep. Daniel says Malaya was asleep.
And then about 20 minutes passed, and then when I woke up, Malaya was right beside me.
He's absolutely lying there. Look at his fucking hickey right there, you disgusting. That might be a
still asleep. And I said, I don't hear.
That might be a birthmark. I don't know.
Lily and Jack. I ran up in the woods to the kids. They have cabins up in the woods, which only took me like 30 seconds. I came right back down. She was on the phone with the RCMP. It's been from sadness to anger at this point. And I know the RCMP and major crimes are working around the clock trying to piece everything together. And I'm grateful for that. But it always leaves the question, 6 weeks has gone by, and we know at this point they're not in the woods. And where are they?
Did you feel in the beginning that they suspected you?
Of course. The stepfather was always a prime suspect.
In your first interview, you look crack-a-method out. Bad. Guys, I'm going to end it there. I'm at 3 hours and 8 minutes. We're only an hour in to this, and it is, Hunter did 2 hours and 30 minutes. 2 hours and 30 minutes. I need to thank some gifts that I didn't thank earlier. I want to thank Dinosaur. Thank you so much, my dear. Appreciate you very, very much. 1 second, guys. Okay, where did it go? Thank you so much, Dinosaur. And thank you, Cat Meemaw. Thank you so much for the 250 jewels. Appreciate you very much. Thank you so much, Cat. And Linda, thank you so much for the 100 jewels. Appreciate you very much, my friend. Thank you so much, my friend. And we got Rosemary. Thank you so much for the 200 jewels, my dear. And thank you, Dolores, for the 200 jewels. Thank you so much, my love. Appreciate you. Magdalena, thank you so much for 9 months, my dear. Really appreciate your support. And thank you for gifting a pearl necklace. Really appreciate that, my dear. Truly, thank you so much. And let me make sure there's nothing over here. That was Mick Mac. And I think we're good on this one. Yep. Okay. All right, guys. Really appreciate you guys. I was fired up tonight. I need to let blood pressure. I took a blood pressure pills, but I still need to chill out a little bit. Little Jack and Lily, man. Little Jack and Lily. Hey, Summer Breeze. Well, I'm fired up on this one, so forgive me, my mouth. Appreciate you guys. Much love. Special thanks to mods, members, everyone in chat. Really, really do appreciate you. Lord willing, I will see you guys tomorrow. Take good care of yourself. You only get so many trips around the sun. Good night.